was trying to listen to the other topic. Sorry. Turn directions here. One of these days, I am going to have to bear with having a slow live when having a new background. Because I'm telling you, the last handful of times I've tried using a different background, like every live just doesn't even seem to want to go over like 100 people, and it's impossible to get somebody in. And so like I'm stuck in the circle of just going back to an old background. And I think I'm just going to have to bear through that because I'm pretty sure if I just stuck with it, at least for a couple lives, it would be fine. But I'm very impatient, so you know. All right, back to fixing this fidget cube ball. Why do I keep calling it a cube? It's a sphere. Clearly don't know my shapes now, do I? What is up, everybody? If y'all can keep tapping and sharing, and only a few people sent in the heart me during the last live, so pretty much everybody should be able to send it over here, if you didn't on the last one at least. And I do see somebody in the request box. I guess we can bring them up. But we are looking for opposition. You have to be 18 or older, okay? Okay, they're not in the request box anymore. Thank you, Erica. Lana, didn't you send one in before? How did you send in two? Sam, how are you?
Hello.
Hey,
Good, thanks.
Great. I just need to know your age first. How old are you?
44.
44. All right. It says you're a recent guest. We spoke before. Was it on this topic or was it a different one?
I don't recall.
Okay. Anyways, what are your thoughts on the LGBT plus community?
Oh, I hate them because
Just flat out saying it, huh? Just flat out saying that. You know, it's funny when I do this topic. Most of them don't want to admit it. They'll say, "I don't hate the LGBT plus community," but you're just flat out saying that. That's interesting. Yeah, but why do you hate them? Sure.
because they desecrate the image of the family.
How so?
They have a violent hatred towards parents.
What, the LGBT plus community has a violent hatred towards parents?
Correct.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by violent hatred? Can you describe that hatred?
Well, they take the genitals and they mutilate it.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I don't even know what to say. Who takes them and mutilates them? The parents?
The trans people.
The trans people? To themselves? To the kids? What are you trying to get at here?
Of course, to themselves, firstly, and then secondly, they rebel against the parents.
Well, hold on. If there's a trans kid, they can't do it themselves. That has to, first of all, the mutilation, so to speak, isn't the correct word. What you're talking about is gender-affirming care. In some rare cases, surgeries, but surgeries don't happen on kids. You might be talking about medications; those do. Surgeries, no. So you might be mistaken there. You might be mistaken on that front.
Yeah, you can be contemptuous, or you can just like. If you're trans, then you can set yourselves outside of the family and organized human existence.
Hey, guys, we can get to new gets at 10,000 likes, by the way. Keep tapping, keep sharing, make sure you all send in the heart me. Hello, Erica.
Hi.
I'm talking about trans people.
I understand. We all understand.
Yeah. I have a question, Sam. If you don't like trans people for, and I'm going to use your words, mutilating.
He did say he hates them. Erica, he did say he hates them. So you can say he hates them.
My question is, how do you feel about the majority of American cis parents who get their sons circumcised?
I don't subscribe to the word cis. I mean, if you want to attack me on a point that I made, you're welcome to do so.
No one's attacking you. No one's attacking me.
You might not understand that I'm referring to the point you made. You were talking about mutilating genitals, and I was referring to the fact that most American parents get their sons circumcised. So you don't
Yeah,
give them either.
you're
How do you feel
welcome
about
to
that?
bring religion into it, but
No,
not
specifically
even religion.
no.
In America, it's oftentimes secular when that happens. It's not even religious.
Most American men are circumcised.
Yeah, myself
Regardless of
included. If you're
religion.
wondering, Sam, myself included. If you're wondering.
Yeah. Yeah,
Keep
I'm
tapping and
probably
sharing,
talking
guys.
about
Keep tapping and
trans
sharing. See,
people
well, hold on though. But
desecrating.
you're against mutilation though of kids, right?
No, I'm against the desecration of the family.
But you said you're against the
community.
mutilation. But you said you're against mutilation. Mutilation would be chopping off or
I mean, you're
dismantling
welcome
a certain body
to
part.
attack me on points that I didn't make. But
No, you did
I'm
say you're against
You did.
mutilation. That is something you did say.
You said that specifically. You said about trans people mutilating their genitals. So I'm asking you if you're applying that same logic to the majority of American parents who get their sons circumcised.
yeah, those would arguably be functional, whereas when trans people do
what
it,
does the
they
word
sterilize
functional?
themselves.
What does the word
That's
functional
what I
mean?
mean. That's what I mean when
What does the word functional mean?
well, it works. But I'm using it to mean something else.
How are you using the word mutilation? Because there is a definition to it.
Well, because I made a point, and now you're having a go at me for the word functional.
No, you said mutilation. You said you're against mutilation. Now, do you want me to look up what that word means? We can use the dictionary definition. In fact, I probably prefer to.
You can apply you can apply my definitions to something else, but
right. Well, that's how
if you
logical
recall,
consistency works, though. So yeah,
if
I
you
probably
recall
would.
when we started the desecration of the family, mutilating the family jewels, like because it's not functional, it doesn't work after you sterilize yourself.
Well, that's completely untrue. The trans people absolutely have functioning genitalia, 100%. Guys, keep tapping. 10,000 likes. We can get to a new guest. Okay.
I wanna make a point, Sam, here, and you might not be aware of it. For the most part, trans people who are not in contact with their families, it's not because they have desecrated the family. It's because their family has disowned them.
Yeah.
So in fact, it's the parents of trans people who have desecrated the family, not the trans people.
Well, you say that like kicking trans people out of the family home is a bad thing.
Well,
yeah,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
But
Jesus Christ,
Sam,
dude.
you're for the desecration of families, then?
I mean, you're welcome to attack me on points that I didn't make.
Stop saying you're welcome to do this. I'm going to do it if I want to do it. You don't have to give me or Doug permission.
That's how debates work, man. We are going to attack you on a point that you made. That's how debates work. Yes.
But the point still remains. I don't know a trans person that has disassociated from their parents, but I know a ton of trans people who have been thrown out by their parents. And what you're saying is that's okay. So you're saying it's okay if parents of a trans child throw them out and they desecrate their family. You're saying, so you don't care about desecration of the family in actual fact.
Hey, I just want to make it very clear. Somebody in the comments says we don't hate them. We just want you to leave the kids alone. Sam, you said you hate them, right? Remember when you said you hate them, the very first thing that you said when you came up here? Sam?
Sam doesn't know how to unmute himself.
Sam, please unmute yourself. You remember when you said you hate the LGBT plus community, right? The very first thing that you said when you came up here?
I do.
Okay, cool. So the person in the comments that said we don't hate them, this guy does. 10,000 likes, new guest. Make sure you all send in the heart me. Yeah, man, you're not really making coherent points, though. Like your reasoning again was you're welcome to try again.
So you just spent the last minute talking to yourselves.
Well, no, I mean you were here. You just weren't really being coherent with your argument. What I'm trying to say is that you were saying that it's mutilation, right? Yeah. You were saying that it's harming the family because they mutilate themselves or whatever. Which I don't think that word would fit.
I didn't mean to say circumcision. You said that.
Well, you didn't have to mean it though. But if you're against people being mutilated, you should be against circumcision because that would fit every parameter of that.
I'm against the desecration of the family.
No, you're not. And I'm gonna,
You're not.
Sam, you're not. And I'm going to demonstrate to you how you're not. You just said you're absolutely fine with parents disassociating or throwing out their trans children, which would be a desecration of the family. So in actual fact, it's you that's in favor of people desecrating their families.
I mean, that's your reason. You can attack me on points I didn't make, but that's not
Stop saying that shit, dude. Why do you keep saying that?
I don't think he's
because that's not my reason.
I don't think he's capable of having this conversation, Doug.
Do you want to try one more time?
No,
Sam?
That's fine. I mean, if you want to tap, just tap.
Sam, go ahead, try one more time. What is your argument of Sam? Why do you hate the LGBT+ community? Sam,
just tap.
What? Sam, why do you hate
tapping out, mate?
Sam, why do you hate the LGBT+ community?
You're just tapping out.
Sam,
You're just tapping out.
Sam, this is you trying to run away.
You've asked the same question over and over again.
So maybe you should fucking
You just
answer
don't
it then,
listen.
dude.
That's a tap.
But maybe you should answer it, man. Maybe you should answer it. That'd be something, right? Imagine if you actually answered the question. That'd be fun. Or not.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good if I could answer.
I've given you plenty of opportunity. You're welcome to try to answer. You have all the opportunity. Sam, go ahead.
You keep on attacking me on points I didn't make.
Sam, go ahead and answer right now. Go ahead and answer.
What was the question?
Why do you hate the LGBT+ community for like the millionth time?
Asked and answered.
All right, goodbye. All right. Sorry, guys. Made an executive decision to get rid of him early. It just wasn't a productive conversation. I hope everybody's having a great afternoon or morning, whatever the hell you live in the world. If you guys can keep tapping and sharing, make sure you all send in a heart me. Give Erica a follow, show a little support if you can. If you're watching on a tube, make sure you like the live and subscribe. Paxton, hello.
Hi.
Hey, I just need to know your age before we move forward. How old are you?
20.
20. Okay. And what are your views on the LGBT+ community?
I don't think it's right because I think it's like against the Bible and stuff.
Okay. Do you have a secular argument, or is your argument really based on just religion?
Well, mostly religion.
Okay. So the Bible says it's wrong. Where in the Bible does it say it's wrong to be LGBT+?
Oh, you'd think if you were going to come up and make this argument, you wouldn't have to Google it.
I know. You think you'd be like pretty goddamn prepared for that, right? You would think.
You really would. If you're listening and preparing to go and make your argument, don't go Google as soon as you're asked a question about your argument.
No, I had it ready.
Okay, so what is your argument? So what's your argument? Go ahead. As Jeff would say, render your argument.
We can't hear you when you're off screen, Paxton.
Yeah, dude. When you're off screen, we cannot hear it. Hear you.
You have to be looking at us.
In Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13, it says, "A man should not lay with another man, and it's an abomination."
Okay, I have a question. Did Jesus fulfill the Old Testament law?
Yes.
Okay, so why are you quoting Leviticus?
Say it again.
Leviticus is from the Old Testament. If Jesus fulfilled Old Testament law, which is why Christians don't have to do things like not eat pork, not eat shellfish, all of that stuff, why are you quoting Leviticus?
Fuck. Still in the Bible.
Yeah, cool. But you've said that Jesus fulfilled Old Testament law. So Leviticus, you can't use Leviticus.
Paxton, you have to come on back. Guys, keep tapping and sharing. We're looking for opposition. 20,000 likes we can get to new guests. Go ahead and respond to that, please.
All right, I'll join back in a second.
No. Respond to it now. What are you doing, man? Respond to it now. You're up here. Why would you join later? All right. Well, let's just get to a new one. I guess you couldn't handle it.
What's going to happen, Doug, is when he comes back later, he's going to come back with a ton of stuff from Paul, who is also not Jesus.
User, hello. That's a good point, Raina. That's a good point. User, how you doing? Hey, user going once, user going twice, and user gone. We are looking for opposition, please. Anybody that voted for Trump or has an issue with the LGBT plus community. Yeah, guys, if you don't live in the U.S. and you didn't vote for him, or you do live in the U.S. and you didn't vote for him, but you still have an issue with the LGBT plus community, you can come up. Hux, hello. Thank you. Hey, I just need to know your age first. How old are you?
51.
51. All right. Do you have an issue, problem, criticism of the LGBT plus community? Thank you, Heather.
Not one bit.
Okay. I am
and
just
I
looking
am as
for.
MAGA.
Oh,
and I
you
am
are
as MAGA as they come.
Oh, okay.
Oh, absolutely.
You voted for Trump, all three? All three.
100%.
Interesting. Okay. What? Well, let me ask you this: if you don't have a problem with him, why did you vote for him? Considering he campaigned against them, spent $250 million campaigning against trans people.
He didn't campaign against LGBTQIA.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, there was $250 million spent on anti-trans rhetoric. That's a fact.
Well, okay, so let's back that up for a minute. So
sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with a lot of my friends who are LGBTQ, right, and a lot of them who are gay. Don't recognize the T. They don't want the T part of the LGBT.
Hang on. So, Hux, can you? Because your argument initially, Doug asked you about trans people, and you said that Donald Trump didn't campaign.
No, he didn't. He asked me about LGBTQIA. I lumped them together, but
Hux.
I don't recognize T as part of the LGBTQ.
Okay, you don't have.
I can put a T in there.
Okay.
However,
as the LGBT
hold on.
community.
Let her speak, and then you can go. Let her speak, and then you can go.
This is not the Hux show. Okay. When Doug asked you specifically about trans people, you said that Donald Trump did not in fact campaign against them, but now your argument is that they're not part of the LGBTQIA community. If that's the case, what does the T stand for, Hux?
Oh, Hux, you're on mute. You can unmute yourself. Remember, guys, 20,000 likes, we can get to new guests. Go ahead, Hux.
So I don't have an issue with trans people per se. Like, when you start saying that a trans woman is a woman, no, they're not. A trans man is not a man. That's why we have trans in front of it.
But a trans an adjective. A trans an adjective.
It doesn't matter. They are trans people. I recognize them as trans people. These are individuals who are afflicted by gender dysphoria.
No,
they are not part of
but that's not true, though. No.
Are you trans?
Well, Hux, I don't have to. Neither are you. But Hux, you don't have to be trans to have gender dysphoria.
How do you know I'm not trans? I might be trans.
You would have said so. So you can't. You don't have to have gender dysphoria to be trans. That's not a requirement. That's a common misconception. And trans is just an adjective. Trans is just an adjective. Just like black or tall is an adjective.
MAGA does not hate the LGBTQIA. Donald Trump does not hate the LGBTQIA. That is your opinion based on nonsensical rhetoric that you
it's
are
not nonsensical rhetoric.
By media.
No, Hux, this
it's
is
100% nonsensical.
I don't watch mainstream media. This is the opinion I came to based on the sheer amount of legislation, executive orders that have been put through by Trump and Republicans in general.
So why do you have LGBT on it? Why don't you just have T on there?
I wouldn't have come to that
since
conclusion.
You were focusing on trans.
Well, because
you said that
other people are being affected, but there is a hyper focus on trans people.
Okay, so why not just change your prompt to? And why are you associating?
Because this is my prompt. I get to make
Donald Trump with MAGA. So, like, if you
why
voted
am I associating
for Trump,
Donald Trump with
you
MAGA?
are guilty by association.
Why? Because when you vote for somebody, you vote for everything that they put forward. Whether
That's
you intend, whether you intend for that or not,
MAGA,
whether you intend for that or not, whether you intend for that or not, Hux. Again, whether you intend for that or not,
doesn't matter.
Hux. If you vote for somebody, you vote for everything that they do, even if those weren't your intentions.
That doesn't mean I approve of everything they do. That doesn't mean I support or stand for everything. The same is true for you. So, like, you voted for Kamala, and so, like, everything that Kamala put through, like, you're 100% for it. If you are undoubtedly 100% for everything that Kamala stood for, then I don't believe you.
Stormy, I don't see anything that you sent. Are you sure you did, Stormy? Go ahead and recheck.
What he's saying, Hux, and you may not quite understand.
I know
what
what he's
Doug is
saying. I get it. You don't have to clarify it.
Hux,
Well,
shut
I
the fuck
think
up.
she might have to.
Literally, stop talking. Let people make their point, because you made a comment about Doug's rhetoric. You don't know what Doug's rhetoric is. He hasn't told you his rhetoric, and yet you're commenting on it. So this is the point that he's trying to make
Who
right
are
now.
you? Who are you?
That-
Why? This is Doug's channel, right?
I was
And
here
she's up
before
here.
you
And
were,
she is up
Hux.
here.
I was here before you were.
Well, I came here to talk to Doug, not you.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, she
who
was
you
already
are.
up here, though. She was already up here when you
Guess
came
what?
up.
I don't know who you are either. That's normally the way
But,
it is.
yeah, but here we are. We don't tend to know the people that we speak to.
No, we don't.
Doug, is she just a guest, or is she like co-hosting with you?
Everybody in here knows who I am, so
yeah, she
you don't
is
need to worry.
she is a very common co-host of mine, or panelist, whatever word you want to call it.
She's a co-host. Okay, if she's a co-host, then I'll let her be a co-host. Co-host away, co-host.
However, though, I do have bad news. Somebody disliked you so much they paid to kick you. So, Stormy, thank you. It is 20 for it. Stormy, you sent 10, but I didn't like him, so it's okay. But I appreciate it. Nonetheless, W Stormy, thank you. Let's get to the next guest. But we were close to the kick goal anyways. Guys, we are looking for opposition, please. Anybody that voted for Trump and or has an issue with the LGBT plus community, please do come on up, okay?
Annie in the comments said that I'm a gift with purchase. Which I like.
PK, hello. Hi, PK.
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Yeah, goodbye. At least lie next time. Fuck.
And you have the number 14 in your, like, you're probably not 17, are you?
Hi, Kun. I have to really enunciate the N part. Kun, how are you?
Conspiracy.
All right. Anyways, how old are you?
Well, you can read, right? I mean, I'm sure you can read. I'm 39.
Okay, cool. And did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What are
and
your
I
views on
regret
that?
every moment of it.
Oh, what are your views on LGBT plus community?
I have incredibly G family members.
Incredibly
I have no
G.
issue with the L and the G or the B,
just
or
the
the
T.
Q or the
just
A.
The T.
Right, exactly. Precisely.
Okay.
But the prompt doesn't need to specify that, because you've made that perfectly clear in the last 10 minutes. That's what you're hyper focused on.
Why do you have an issue with transgender individuals?
It's not the trans individuals themselves. It's the indoctrination and the invocation onto children.
Okay.
Which is the same thing that every common sense person has the issue with.
Yeah. So, in which way are they being indoctrinated?
By being put into a situation where there are numerous videos all throughout the internet of elementary teachers going in on their, on the first day that they're talking to their kids. They got 25 children in front of them, and they go on a rant about how dedicated they are to being this trans person, and then they go ahead and adjust their curriculum around that. And that is indoctrination. When you have a captive.
In which way are they adjusting their curriculum? Like, where is this curriculum occurring? Like, what schools, what teachers, what examples do you have?
You want me to give you specific schools and teachers and shit, but I don't need to do that, because this is a
you do
countrywide. I'm not going to, because it's a countrywide multiple.
Okay, but then if you can't
states.
do that, then you can't prove your point. Then you're just speaking out of your ass.
You are seriously asking. Okay, but the moment that I go off of the screen to give you the exact details you want, then you guys claim that I'm gone because I'm Googling something.
You can get I'm asking you to. I'm asking you to. You made the claim. I'm just asking. What examples do you have to where this is a widespread thing, right? Like, I can't speak for every individual ever who said everything ever, right? Like, you're insinuating this is some sort of widespread indoctrination thing. I just want to know what curriculum this is having, where by the Democrat Party this is happening, or where by people on the left this is happening in mass. That's what I'm asking. I think that's a fair question to ask based on your claim. Now,
Texas, Red Oak Ridge, or Red Oak Ridge, I think it said Red Bridge, something like that, in Texas. There was a third grade teacher.
Okay, let me pull it up. Okay, so let's pull it up here. So, what was the name of the school?
Red Oak High School.
Red Oak High School.
Hang on, there's no third graders in a high school.
Oh.
You said they went into the third grade. Third graders are not in high school.
Sorry, the third graders were in Florida. This was the high school was in Texas. The third graders were in Florida.
Out of interest, who was videoing in a third grade class in Florida?
This example was given before.
The open house?
This example was given before. House. Yeah, this was the example of a trans teacher who resigned after they were harassed by conservatives online. Yeah. Some other guest gave this example like a couple weeks back. She received unaliving threats from you guys.
From you guys? Yeah. Just because I voted for Trump doesn't make me a conservative. Again, you guys...
You're championing us. You're the one who's advocating.
I am championing the idea of getting that out of elementary schools. There's no need for that.
Transgender people, you don't want them in high school. You don't want them
transgender teachings. It's the fact that when they went to that to the teacher student or parent teacher student open house thing where it was videoed and they were going on that rant. Okay. All right, the fact that they were doing that, stating that there is and I can understand the discomfort and the absolute inappropriateness of sending any kind of threat to anyone like that.
Show us specifically what's happened, quote by quote, because I have the quotes here of what was said. There was actually, the teacher said that she prefers she/her pronouns, but added, quote, if you don't agree with that or you don't feel comfortable with that, you're not going to hurt my feelings by calling me whatever you want. That doesn't seem like trans indoctrination. It seems like almost sort of the opposite, if anything.
No, it seems like establishing a level of acceptance.
A level of respect.
No, you call it respect. I call it a captive audience who has no choice. And so does the Supreme Court as to why they don't make people do the Pledge of Allegiance. They have a captive audience.
Can you calm down?
Wild.
When you say they were given no choice, Doug's just read you the quote where the teacher said, but if you want to call me something else, or that makes you feel uncomfortable, that sounds like a choice to me.
She said you won't hurt my feelings. You won't hurt my feelings.
The choice I'm talking about is the level of having it be an understanding from the parents and the students who were both in the room at the time that this will be a discussion on the regular. And that's why they were going out of their way.
There is no insinuation of that, Con. That is something that you are making up. You have to provide evidence that that's going to be discussed on the regular. That's something that you are insinuating.
The insinuation was made by the teacher when she stood at the front of the class and she proclaimed it.
Can I just tell you, so I'm a teacher and I work with a teacher who's profoundly deaf. So that teacher can only knows what anybody's saying if they face him and they talk to him so he can see their lips moving. He points that out to people at the beginning of the year so that communication is clear, so that people aren't upset if they call him and he doesn't hear them. It sounds to me like that teacher was pointing out to everybody, I know I'm trans, you also know I'm trans. I understand that some of you, I would prefer that you call me this. I understand that some of you may be uncomfortable with me calling me this, and so I'm open to you calling me whatever you want. Where can you give us examples of that teacher changing the curriculum?
Oh no, because she resigned.
No, but surely she'd been a teacher the year before, and the year before, and the year before.
Is that why she got the death threats though? Is because I don't honestly know why.
Why don't you answer her? Why don't you answer her question?
Can you give us examples of that teacher changing the curriculum?
In the with the understanding that she has this as a like I said, as a base understanding of the topic at hand, where you're having to address someone who is clearly. But that's the thing is, like, I don't have a problem.
Where's that in the curriculum? Where is that in the curriculum?
By the curriculum, I guess I'm talking. I guess it's not actually. No, I guess I used the wrong word as far as curriculum. But it'd be the what would it be? I guess it'd be the social standard of acceptance, where the fact
that how awful
the fact that the third grader doesn't understand why this man is clearly a woman, but he wants me to call him a
No,
girl,
I
how
think
confusing
you're-
that must be.
No,
as a
they said the
social
opposite.
standard.
Con, she said the opposite. She said, I prefer you call me this, but you won't make me feel uncomfortable or hurt my feelings if you call me whatever you want. Literally
And
doing the opposite.
The kids who are doing both of those, the kids who are having to watch as other kids are like, yes, ma'am, and other kids are like, yes, sir. How confusing must that be single day?
You're the one who's confused. You're the one who's confused.
I'm
Kids
not
aren't confused.
at
You
all.
sound
I'm
very
confused
confused.
at how-
You sound very fucking confused.
I'm gonna tell you, and you may not get this. Children are not confused by this. They're not confused by it at all. In fact, the kids that I teach understand it more than I do. And children just accept people for who they are. The way that children become bigoted, the way that children become.
Ooh, you're recording, huh? Recording, huh?
The way that children become bigoted is because they are taught to be bigots. We're not born that way.
I didn't mean to be recording. No, I got a phone call from a scam alert.
Guys, 30,000 likes, new guests, guys. We are looking for opposition. Anybody that voted for Trump, please hit the request button. Be sure you all send in a heart me, okay? Yeah, it sounds like you're saying like acceptance is a bad thing.
No, I think that bringing it like okay, what I have an issue with this lady or any other trans person being in the classroom of older kids who have more developed understanding of their own bodies and their own developments, then no. And actually I think that would be actually a kind of a crucial thing for a lot of kids to have that, but not in the third grade. Like
this was high school. This one wasn't this one high school though?
The Florida one was the elementary. The one in the high
the one that
school
we're talking about is high school. Yeah, the one that we're talking about is high school. So
that lady was a high school teacher that I'm talking about.
High school. Red Oak High School. Red Oak High School. I see that. It's sophomore English at Red Oak High School.
Wow. Well, if you guys got a plate of crow, then
you
gave the example. Yeah, you told us.
Yeah, no. I said, but I've been referring to because you mentioned that it wasn't an elementary because you said who had a phone in the elementary school, and I said that, no, I was talking about.
But
sorry, what I was saying was that you had made a point that the kids cannot have phones in third grade, so that's the one that I reverted to. I thought that's the one we were talking about, but I didn't know. I thought that the lady. I thought that the lady was in the elementary school, not in the high school, which is why I'm saying I'm willing to eat the crow.
So what did the person in the elementary school say?
I have no idea. I thought that was the lady. So clearly, you know what I mean? Like I'm ready to eat that crow. Like if you want to kick me for fucking that up, I don't blame you because that is embarrassing.
All right. Well,
at least I'm willing to admit that I definitely had that confused. So my bad.
You are right.
Do think
you are right. Many wouldn't admit that. You're right. Many wouldn't admit that. So at the very least, there's that. So, anyways, we did hit 30,000 likes. So I appreciate the conversation.
Hey, there we go.
Break it down, but take care. All right, guys. Well, we are looking for ops. Anybody that voted for Trump, come on up. Or if you did not, but you still have an issue with the LGBT plus community, come on up. Yeah, crow. People are eating you. Eating crow. I was about to say something gross.
Doug, Patrick in the comments is desperately trying to let you know that I'm not American. So.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that, Patrick. I'm well aware of that.
I thought for a moment we'd never talked about it.
Yeah, I you know what? I actually didn't know that until this live stream. So thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Make sure y'all keep tapping and sharing. If y'all can send in the heart me, that would be great. Again, it helps us get onto the FYP and helps us get more guests on more conversations. Okay. If you're watching on the tube, welcome. If you all can like and subscribe as well. Hey, Bad Boys. Thank you. Bad.
What's up?
Hey, I just need to know your age before we move forward. How old are you?
44.
All right, sir. And do you have an issue with the LGBT plus community?
We don't have an issue with the LGBTQ or whatever. It's the AIDS that we're worried about. Because a lot of gay men cause AIDS.
Oh, well, you don't have to be worried about that because...
I'm not.
You're not worried about it then?
No.
Oh, so
you're... I'm worried for the community, but not for me.
Okay.
Are you?
Why are you worried for the... Do you know what
Are you actually, though?
Yeah.
I don't think he is. What's PrEP?
What is what? I'm sorry.
What's PrEP?
What's PrEP?
Yeah.
No clue.
It's a medication you can take before engaging in sexual intercourse.
Yeah, but that doesn't really work a lot, you know. And
no, it does.
You didn't even know about. You didn't even know what it was until 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't make a difference. Condoms don't prevent stuff like that either all the time.
Condom. It's not a condom.
It doesn't matter. It's gay men cause AIDS.
Gay men do not cause AIDS. That's actually incorrect.
No, if you look at most of the people that have AIDS, like on those AIDS commercials, it's always gay men.
On those, okay, cool.
So
do you know it effectively? It's a 99% success rate.
Gay men,
or reducing the rate of contracting HIV. It's 99% with that medication.
Yeah, but either way, you cause AIDS because you guys butt hump.
They're not causing it.
Tearing.
All right, bad. Can we have an adult? Hold on. Can we have an adult conversation?
I am
bad. Can we have an adult good faith conversation, or are you just going to talk like a child?
I'm not. I'm just telling you.
Bad. We're not going to do this thing. Either you talk like an adult, or we're going to move on.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I just want to ask another question. How many people actually get AIDS in the United States in the year of our Lord 2026?
Most. I don't know the account, but I know it's a lot of gay men.
No, it's not. Hardly anybody gets AIDS now because when they've got HIV, which is the precursor to AIDS, there is also a medication for that, which completely reduces your viral load.
Still affecting gay men, though.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
Because what's your data showing that it specifically affects them?
It's all over the internet. Like there's even
show us the data. So show us the data.
Yeah, hang on. Let me go. I'm actually in my office right
now. Show us the
so
data that's exclusive to them, and that without them, that
I will do that.
That's exclusive towards them. Yeah.
Who gets HIV the most?
I didn't ask that. I asked it if it's exclusive towards them. I want you to ask if it's exclusive towards gay men, because that's what you said yes towards.
Okay. Get HIV. Okay. Yes, disproportionate number of gay men get HIV. In the United States, people assigned male at birth account for roughly 81% of new annual HIV infections.
Okay, so that's not exclusive then, right?
But it's telling you that gay men
exclusive
causing AIDS.
That's not what it says. That's not what it said at all. But I asked you if it was exclusive towards them, and you said yes.
Yeah, the higher prevalence of AIDS.
You said it was exclusive towards them. Now, you can go back and say, hey, it's not exclusive towards them, but
either way, I mean, it's saying that gay men have a higher chance of getting AIDS.
You said it was exclusive. I just want you to admit that it's not exclusive.
What does exclusive have to do with anything?
Because words have meaning. So you said yes to that. I just want you to be able to have the ability to say, hey, I was wrong about that. Like that's what adults typically do. Is it exclusive towards gay men? Is it exclusive towards gay men?
Yeah, because there's so many.
Bad boys. Yeah. Is it exclusive? What's the word exclusive mean?
Only to one.
Right. Is it only to one and no other population?
No, but that's not what I said.
So,
I didn't
so
say
no.
it was
no.
The
Yes,
whole
you
population.
did.
I said most of it was gay men.
I confirmed with you numerous times.
80% is gay men.
I'm
sorry, 81%.
I knew you were going to do this, so I confirmed multiple times beforehand, and really emphasized the word exclusive. And you said yes all times towards it.
Yeah, it's everybody, but mostly 81% of it though is gay men.
Okay, so you were wrong about it being exclusive towards them.
Okay, it's not exclusive,
but if you're against AIDS,
81% gay men.
So if you're against AIDS in general,
if
you're against AIDS in general, you should be against anybody having sex then.
Yeah, but mostly 81% of it being men.
Right, but if you actually cared about this and not just you hate gay people, because that's what it sounds like.
I didn't say hate gay people.
Well, you don't have to say it.
See, that's what you guys do. You guys put words.
You're right.
Liberals always do that. You guys put words in people's mouth.
Correct. I am putting them in your mouth. So, however,
and that causes AIDS.
Yeah. So if you're actually against AIDS, you should be against anybody having sex, right?
Should be gay men.
You should be against anybody having sex, right? Because other people besides gay. So you're not against.
We want to lower.
So you're not against AIDS then?
Yeah.
You're not against AIDS, right?
I'm against gay men sex, like butthole sex.
Yeah. So you're homophobic. That's what I said. I didn't put words in your mouth.
No,
I'm
just concerned about the AIDS.
You're not concerned. It's fake compassion. You're not actually concerned.
See, you're putting words in my mouth again, bro.
Bad boy. We are adults here. You can't gaslight me. You may do this to your fucking significant other, and they may fall for it. You can't gaslight me. We all know what
you're making stuff up. No, who said anything about my significant other?
Again, you don't have to. We know that you gaslight other people because if you're doing it on a panel, you clearly do.
Again, let's talk about gay men and the AIDS.
Okay, so I just want you to admit that you have an issue with gay
coming
people.
From gay men.
I just want you to have an issue that I want you to admit that you have an issue with gay people and not AIDS because it seems.
Again, you're just putting words in my mouth. I have gay friends.
That
they admitted too. They said,
tokenizing them isn't going to really help prove your point. Tokenizing
Don't spend all your tokens in one shot, bad boys.
Okay. Lynn, though, this is actually important to mention. Thank you, Lynn, for the $1 on Venmo. It says USAID cuts will cause a bigger HIV outbreak, which you are correct. But I bet you he won't care about that at all because he doesn't actually care about it. He just doesn't like gay people.
No, I love gay people.
Okay, so you're against the USAID cuts, right? That would help. That would cause this to.
I have no idea what that is, so I can't say whether I'm against it or not.
Yeah, of course. How convenient.
I just know that gay men, it's all over, even a lot of celebrities that are gay get AIDS, most of them. And that's what we're worried about.
And you're not worried about it. But again,
we don't hate the LGBT.
Stop.
Sure you do.
They don't get AIDS. Very few people. I've already explained this. What, by the way, what does AIDS stand for?
I'm sorry?
What does AIDS stand for?
You heard her.
What do you mean? Again, there you go, putting words in my mouth again.
That's not what words in your mouth mean. You're just reflexively saying that statement. I didn't put any words in your mouth.
It's acquired immunodeficiency syndrome.
Now answer her question.
It's what?
Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome.
Immuno what syndrome?
You heard me. Don't try to be funny. We're talking about gay men causing...
Erica, stop putting words in his mouth.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you. Finally, we're on the same page, Erica.
I heard that the word that came out of your mouth wasn't a fucking... Please. I heard that the word that came out of your mouth wasn't actually a word. It's acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Deficiency is the word you were looking for. Turns out...
That's the word I just said, retard.
No, you went...
There you go. Asking to get kicked. Asking to get kicked. You guys all know when you say that word that you're going to get kicked. So we all know at this point that when he said the R slur. Hey, Paige, I just saw you in the request box. You're welcome to come up when I have another guest come on up, though. I'm sure you were going to lay out into him. Well, and you got a violation warning. Look at that. Hey, guys, keep tapping and sharing. I hope you're all having a great Tuesday. If you're enjoying the live, follow myself. Send in the heart me. Follow Erica. If you're on the tube, make sure you subscribe and like the live. Weston, how you doing?
Doing good, and you? So she says AIDS isn't well. So she says if AIDS isn't in the U.S., then why are you worried about USAID being cut?
We weren't. That wasn't our talking point. We were saying
that it was.
If
you just said you didn't care that it was cut and it did the outbreak. This is how
I know that you guys don't have a high IQ and you don't understand nuance.
Is that not what
that wasn't my talking point? That would have been to his talking point.
But that came out of your mouth, correct?
What?
Because it would have been his talking point. Because if he would have been against AIDS, he would have been against those cuts. Again,
yeah, but Erica said it's not a problem in the United States. So why are you getting so emotional about it?
We're not the one who cares about it.
Right? Okay, I think you misunderstood.
Gaslighting like crazy, you guys.
I think you misunderstood the entire argument, Weston. He kept talking about people getting AIDS in the USA. I said, actually, in this day and age, people very rarely get AIDS in the USA. There are a ton of people living with HIV, which
Can you tell me which actress just died of AIDS, please?
I have no clue. Anyway, very few people go full blown because people are able to take the medication as long as they are diagnosed early enough. They are able to take a daily medication which completely eradicates their viral load. Okay, that was what I said.
I can't help but think of dirty things when you say load. Sorry. Anyways, can you have a response to that? Guest, do you have a response to that?
Sure. You going to keep getting emotional?
Do you have a response to that?
Nobody's emotional.
Can you tell me which actress has died of AIDS, Doug?
What?
Which actress does died of AIDS, since it rarely happens in the U.S.?
Do you know what the word rarely means?
But did it happen, yes or no?
What does the word rarely mean?
Did she die of AIDS or no?
That wouldn't go against what we're saying. Somebody can die of AIDS and it can still be rare. Again, a high IQ is not something that you're really privy to at this point.
What was her name? Weston? Oh, Weston.
Did he leave? Did he leave?
No, he's muted. I think he's muted himself. Weston, what was her name?
You can look it up. It was the Lilo and Stitch actress.
Okay.
She was like 30-something years old.
Okay.
Davy Chase, people are saying. I think.
How does this advance the conversation? What's your point you're trying to make?
I was talking to Erica, Doug. Why are you getting so mad?
What is this point you're trying to make?
He's not mad, Weston.
I'm just talking to you.
Weston, the point is the gay community specifically are tend to get themselves tested incredibly frequently for sexually transmitted infections. It sounds like, as it was an actress, that she didn't contract it from someone in the gay community.
I don't know if she did or not. I'm just saying she died of AIDS. That's what y'all were talking about.
Okay. Is it possible that someone can not get themselves tested and therefore not catch it early enough?
Sure, unless you don't go and get tested every day. But why? Okay, so if that's the case, then why do gay people get tested so frequently then?
Because they know that
AIDS runs with that lifestyle.
They know that it's a possibility when you have sex, that the possibility of getting any STI is higher than not having sex at all. So they try to have safe sex, and they tend to practice safer sex more.
By the way, the comment section saying that I mean, I think this is terrible that she ended up being homeless. I think that she was an IV drug user.
That will also do it.
And I would say that people in that community are probably the least likely to get themselves tested for things.
Yes.
Because they're addicts.
Right.
I know, but a certain party allows little drug dens and fucking machines for them.
You know
Wait,
what
machines?
Else?
What?
Yeah,
machines?
You must have missed the fucking dispensaries.
Machines.
It's all online. You can look it up.
You're talking about harm reduction, which overwhelmingly shows via the data that actually helps reduce the rates of substance use. Yeah,
so you want to keep people as addicts, is what you're saying, Doug?
No,
you don't want to help them.
That is helping them, you dumb fuck.
So providing them with more drugs is helping them.
No, Weston, they're not being.
They were doing it in New York, Doug.
Mm-hmm.
What? You could prove it.
Just like you couldn't prove the 81%?
No,
we weren't the one trying to prove it. Again,
you were trying to disprove it, and
you're not trying. You're not trying. I wasn't trying to prove it either way, Weston. Again, you're having a horrible time tracking this conversation, and you're probably doing it purposely. Okay, I wasn't trying to prove it or disprove it. I didn't know what the percentage was. It wasn't my argument either way. It was his argument.
And you were still trying to disprove it, yes or no?
I wasn't trying to disprove it. If I was trying to disprove it, I would have said, no, it's this percent or that percent.
When he said 81%, you tried to disprove that.
Nope. I looked it up and
yes, you did.
Nope. Provide a quote. I'll pay you $500 to provide me a quote of me denying that after he showed the data. I'll pay you $500 to provide that quote.
You literally said it wasn't 81%.
Great. Go ahead and give me the quote. I
just told you.
Give me the quote.
I just told you.
That doesn't mean you're giving me the quote. You can go on YouTube. You can actually go back in the conversation. You can come back here and give me the quote where I said I'll pay you $500.
I believe what the guest actually said was that 81% were men, and he seemed to be claiming
yes,
that
and Doug was trying to trying to say that.
I was not.
Okay, the thing is, Doug could disprove that because 67% of people with HIV are gay men. 81% are just males.
Hey guys, we can get to new conversation at 50,000 likes, by the way. Anyways, I don't know how we got to this part of the conversation. What's your issue with the LGBT plus community, Weston?
So you think MAGA's the only one that hates the LGBTQ community?
Nope.
But so why don't you say other groups? Why are you just pointing out one? Did you not just see what happened with the Turkey cruise?
Because this is my live stream and I'm talking about the group that overwhelmingly seems to hate them. Are there other groups? Sure, but we're talking about MAGA because this is
Does
prevalent
Islam
in the country
and Palestine?
Does the religion? Does Islam and Palestine what? Does religion?
Do they accept them?
I can't wait. I can't.
You
wait
mean just like the
Christian?
just like the Christian religion?
Hang on, Doug.
What, are we throwing them off buildings and stoning them?
Say this. Go on, Weston. Say what you were going to say.
Are we killing them because they're gay?
Just make sure you
Are
say
we going around and hanging them and stoning them?
Hang on.
Are we telling American women they have to be raped before they?
Weston, please be careful of your TikTok words.
These are facts, Doug.
So be careful of your TikTok words. This isn't my rules. It's TikTok rules. I understand.
Show me they're your TikTok rules. You own TikTok?
They're not my TikTok rules.
Okay, so they're not your rules. Show me the rules then.
You know what? Fuck off. Goodbye.
Can I just make a point? Pew Research did a study regarding the LGBTQIA plus community, and what they found was 52% of Muslim Americans are comfortable with the LGBTQIA plus community. Only 37% of Christian Americans are comfortable with the LGBTQIA plus community. So in terms of Americans, the Muslims are far more accepting of the LGBTQIA plus community than Christians are.
It's weird. He was trying to use religion as a reason as to his talking point. Christianity is one of the biggest reasons why people tend to hate them. It's wild. I don't understand how they can have that cognitive dissonance. How can somebody say that and at the same time be totally for Christianity? And the people that overwhelmingly seem to hate the trans community are people who are Christian. That's crazy cognitive dissonance right there. All right, Axe, you're not loading. Let's get to the next one. It's weird. You understand that somebody using religion as a vehicle to hate a community is a bad thing, but you're not applying that to all religions. Very conveniently enough.
Somebody just asked me in the in the comments about British Muslims. 48% of British Muslims are comfortable with the LGBTQIA plus community. I would argue in the UK, probably it's a higher percent of Christians because we don't have the same fundamentalist Christian issue as the United States does. The Church of England is very liberal in comparison to most American churches. Sure, Wrigley. Sure.
All right, Kent, you're not loading. Let's get to the next one. Guys, we are looking just for opposition, please. So anybody that voted for Trump and or has an issue with the LGBT plus community can come on up. Everybody else, if y'all can keep tapping and sharing. If you're joining live, follow myself and Erica. Show her a little bit of support. She should be well above 5 coinage. You guys can send a heart me and follow as well. Peace. All right, we have 1 or 2 more guests in the request box, and then we're gonna have to start inviting. Paxton was up earlier, I believe, right? What did we talk about earlier?
Paxton was the Bible guy.
The Bible guy. Well, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Well, he was the one that quoted us, that said that Jesus had fulfilled the Old Testament law and then quoted us Leviticus.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you came back with a... Okay, so you came back with different
go ahead,
rules.
Paxton.
All right. Well, so I would looked up some new Bible verses, and in like 1 Corinthians chapter 6, it says, "Men who practice homosexuality will not inherit the kingdom of God."
Who is First Corinthians attributed to? Doug, wait, because you know the thing I said would happen is just going to happen now.
Yeah.
Who's 1 Corinthians attributed to?
Not exactly sure.
What? Are you a Christian, Paxton?
Yes.
Jesus Christ! How did I drop this? You don't really sound like it, though, man.
You don't know that it's Paul's letter to the Corinthians.
Oh, I did know that, though. Yeah.
Right. Paxton, is Paul Jesus?
No.
Did he ever meet Jesus?
No.
Okay, so why are we quoting Paul?
Well, there's other ones I could do.
Well, okay, cool. Do the next one.
Well, in 1 Timothy, it says the sexually immoral men who practice homosexuality will not inherit the kingdom of God.
Paxton, who's Timothy attributed to?
Not sure.
Paul. And if you're now going to say Romans, that is also Paul. You just did, when you left, this is what I said. I said, this guy's going to come back with a ton of quotes from Paul.
You did
what
say
I said.
that.
Because guess what? Jesus doesn't talk about it.
So are you saying that gayness is okay to the Bible?
Where does Jesus say it's not?
Where does he say it is?
No, but
that's not how things work, man.
So is an Xbox okay according to the Bible?
I mean, it really wasn't a thing yet.
Okay.
So.
But we can imagine, being as it didn't mention it as being something that was specifically outlawed by Jesus, you know, God in human form, we can imagine that if he didn't mention it, it probably wasn't that big a deal.
Because it wasn't as big of a deal as it is now.
Then why is it mentioned in Leviticus, which is before Jesus?
Say that again?
Why is it mentioned in Leviticus, which is before Jesus, and why is it mentioned multiple times in Paul, which is, 60 years after the death of Jesus?
Well, why do you think God created Adam and Eve?
I don't know. Why are you asking me a question in response to a question?
That's also not something that we believe in.
I can answer your question. I don't think God did create Adam and Eve. I don't think Adam and Eve are real people. I think Adam and Eve are like what do we call it?
Fairy tale?
Well, not a fairy tale, but I think they are a metaphor.
Okay.
Not real people.
What are you?
Well, it seems I know more about the Bible than you do, Paxton, so maybe I am.
Yeah, at least more so than you.
Just because you know something doesn't mean.
I mean,
are you Christian or not?
Why does that matter, Paxton?
Answer the fucking question.
Why does it tell me why it matters, and then I'll answer it.
So I can understand what you believe in.
But that's not relevant to this.
Why does what I believe in matter?
I think it is.
I don't understand what you believe in, though, Paxton, because you apparently think the Old Testament and Paul are more important than the actual words of Jesus. So it sounds to me like you're not a Christian.
Are you Christian? Just answer the fucking question.
Well, I don't think you are, so I don't think you have any right to ask me.
Okay, you can think whatever the fuck you want. Just tell me, are you a Christian?
In the sense, do I follow Jesus's teachings more closely than you? I'd probably say yes.
So you are a Christian?
It depends on what your definition of Christianity is, or what helps meet those parameters.
Do you believe in Jesus and do you follow teaching?
Whatever answer she gives, how does that change the conversation, though?
Okay, I can answer that, though, Doug. I believe that Jesus was real, yes. And I follow his teachings of charity, I follow his teachings of loving my neighbor. I follow his teachings of helping the poor. I follow a ton of Jesus's teachings. Yeah.
Do you believe he's your savior?
Hang on. How many of Jesus's teachings do you? Which one? In fact, what specific teachings of Jesus do you follow?
Same ones as you. But I'm not
do
gay.
You welcome the stranger, Paxton?
Depends.
What do you mean? How can it depend?
I don't think there's context.
What do you mean by welcoming
a
stranger? Like, I think you should be. What do you mean, welcome to a stranger?
Well, give us a quote that Jesus said about the stranger, Paxton.
Give me one.
Why? You're the Christian. You're saying you're a Christian.
I don't have it at the top of my head.
But then you can't be that good of a Christian, then. You can't be that good of a Christian, then, can you?
I can be.
Well, you're not currently.
Oh my God.
I don't. The problem is with me believing you're a Christian, Paxton, is you don't seem to know anything about the Bible. So that's my first issue. You can't really. In fact, give me any quote from the Bible.
John 3:16.
That's a passage. What does it say?
Say it. I didn't hear you.
What does it say? Quote it.
I can't hear you. My connection's bad.
Of course it is. What does it say? What does John 3:16 say?
Guys, 60,000 likes so we can get to new guest.
Oh no, Paxton disappeared.
I'm beginning to think that he actually did hear you when he said he couldn't.
I think he might have done as well. You know, imagine that somebody asked me to tell them my favorite Bible quote, and I just went, I don't know, Matthew 5:12.
No, you should have said what Trump said. You should say that's a personal question, or it's all of them. I believe you might have said. Hey, guest, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I just need to know your age. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. Do you have an issue with the LGBT plus community?
Oh, no. I just wanted to comment on what he was talking about with scripture.
I am just looking for opposition, though. I'm not currently at this moment looking for friendlies. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring it on. But, guys, please, we are just looking for opposition, okay? Please and thank you. I'll be nice about it. Oh, thanks, Matt. How you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing well. All right, we got Johnny coming on up, and Johnny is gone. All right. Okay, we don't have anybody else in the request box. So, mods, if you guys want to try to bring some people up, that'd be great. You're all good, Johnny. No worries. Yeah, so if you guys want to try to bring some people up, that'd be great. The wind is the AC. You're going to have to bear through it, just like everybody else, unfortunately. It's either that or I don't have AC on and I deal with the Florida heat. So
listen, guys, we all know that Doug's full of wind. This is not a surprise.
This is all I ever fucking hear about from you guys at this point. Not being rude to the person who just mentioned it, but the amount of times it's been mentioned to me at this point. Ad nauseum.
Doug, it has not been mentioned anywhere near the number of times that me being British has been mentioned.
Well, all right, that's actually a good point. But it will be at some point. Some point. Just be patient. No, be patient.
No, because I will continue to be, like it's a surprise. That will continue to occur. That has not stopped. It's happened today.
You're just a wannabe victim, Erica. That's what you are.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just victimizing myself.
Yeah, you tend to do that. All right, Cece, you're loading here, so we'll give it a second or two. Everybody else, yeah, we're still looking for opposition, so if you can keep tapping sharing. Cece, I'm going to, I'll let it time you out, I guess. But if you didn't mean to come up, you can re-request. Can you understand nobody cares? Well, Mike, unfortunately for you, though, the first guest that I had come on up explicitly said they hate the LGBT plus community, and like the next 3 or 4 people went on to talk about all of the issues that they currently have with it. So you can make that claim, but it wouldn't be in good faith. So, but you are also welcome to come on up. You will get an invite if you haven't already. All right, let's bring this guest up. Bash the Bull. It's interesting. Okay, we're loading still. Yeah, listen, I want to speak to anybody that voted for Trump or not, whether you believe you do hate the LGBT plus community or not. Okay, that's who I want to hear from, personally. All right, Bash, you can just check your requests. Let's see. Who else have we got in the live? By the way, how, like, I know I've been live, like, sort of a little bit earlier than, I never really had a consistent time now that I think of it. I've always been very, very random about it. But the past several days, it seems like it's been at, like, this consistent time. So I don't know if you guys prefer that or not, but I can probably stick to this for the most part. But you guys know I can't commit to a specific time, so don't count on specific times. But I can make time frames possible. In fact, I actually probably prefer this because that way I do have the evenings free and stuff like that. But yeah. All right. Oh, and if you guys can get the shares on out as well. Shares, taps, pardon me. I don't hate the sinner, I just hate the sin. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you. And yes, we do also have the Heart Meagle, or not the Heart Meagle, the Heart Rosegal, or Rosegal. You guys want to help hit that? If you could just come in when I'm available, well, I'll try my best to work around your specific time. Can I fix the background? What's with the background? What's specifically with the background that you want me to fix? Thank you, Miss Lisa. If you're about to say it's shifted in one direction or the format of it, it's off, there's only so much I can really change it. But, oh, the wind sound, that's not, again, see? I told you guys I'm going to be getting it all the time now. You guys are just going to have to deal with the wind sounds. It's going to be part of the live stream from here on out. It's just part of it. This is what you get. It comes with the territory. Why? Because the AC is literally right above where I stream. And it's not a... I know it's not that loud. People make it... I heard it. Erica gave me a recording of it. It's really not. Yes. If anything, it's ASMR. It's like a... it's not central AC. It's like a... whatever the other one's called. The whatever AC. But yeah, the thing is literally like 2 feet above where I'm streaming right now. So it's loud in the headphones. Sorry.
We didn't used to be able to, mind you, you've only been in this room for not that long, haven't you?
Yeah, since the new year.
Yeah, we didn't used to be able to hear it when you didn't use the headphones, but...
Well, no, because prior to that I was just streaming on my phone. I wasn't doing like the dual streaming thing. So that's why I'm using the headphones now.
Oh, got you.
It's not the headphones, it's the AC thing. Because if I were to take my headphones off and have the sound come from here, you guys would still hear it. In fact, I'm pretty sure the sound comes from, you guys hear it coming from here. Like, do you hear this tap? Do you hear that?
No.
Do you hear this?
No.
Shit. Well, fuck. I don't know where the microphone comes from. I'm pretty sure it comes from the tablet thing. I don't know. Here, I'll blow into this. Did you hear that?
I heard the fact that you were blowing, but it didn't make a blowy sound in the
What about now?
microphone. No.
Was that louder? All right. I don't know, guys.
Hang on. I'm gonna blow into my microphone. You tell me if you hear that.
Yes, I do hear that.
Okay, so it's neither of those things then, because I didn't hear either of them.
Okay. Well, that's weird. I don't know where it's coming. Oh, maybe the laptop. Maybe. Brad, how you doing? Brad, are you there?
Holy crap, man! I'm in the bathtub. I didn't mean to call you.
All right, enjoy the bath. Interesting time to be taking a bath.
I'd like to be in the bathtub right now, but I go to my mum's house if I'm going to have a bath, because my bath is shit.
Is it really? Why is that?
It's not deep enough. It's an eco bath, which basically means it's like a puddle rather than a bath.
Oh, yeah, that's shitty.
It doesn't even, if you sit in it, it doesn't even cover your thighs.
Oh, that's not even a bath. That's just yeah, you're right. That's a shit bath.
That's just soaking the bottom of your legs in water.
Yeah. All right, well, we got another guest coming on up here.
That is me, yeah.
How you doing, Pierre? You having a good day?
I'm amazing, yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. I am looking for opposition, so do you have an issue with the LGBT plus community?
Yes, I do.
I recognize that voice.
I recognize yours as well.
You have another account, don't you, with a lot of followers, like over 1 million?
Oh, I thought you were like a voice actor or something.
No, you have another account, don't you?
Do you have another?
Oh, no, is it Liquidity?
What?
I don't know who that is.
I thought it was Joel.
I don't either.
Based on your reaction, no, it sounds like you do know who that is.
He sounds like Joel Patrick.
We'll find out. All right, how old are you? Pierre?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, what's your issue with the LGBT plus community?
I just don't like them, bro.
All right,
because
well,
they're just
why don't you like
nature.
them? Okay.
Because they're against nature. They're against society. They're making a mess. They're actually making a mess, bro. Seriously.
This isn't Joel. But anyways,
this is actually seriously.
No.
I approve.
I was responding to the comments. No, hold on. So you don't like people that are quote unquote against nature?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what do you mean by against nature?
So obviously, not in the strict definition of nature, because humans in their humans just in their nature are not unnatural, right? But
hang on.
What?
Well, no. You carry on.
Okay,
humans in their very nature are against nature. What?
Yeah,
in their because dude, you can't do anything. A human can't do anything without it being unnatural, right? Because it's nature is without humans. Right?
Okay, so why are you making a special plea for?
They're against the natural order. They're against the perfect order, God bestowed upon the people and His creation.
All right, what's the perfect order?
What?
What's the perfect order that you speak of?
Basically, where these people it's a sickness, right? Because you were made, the two bodies were made to do certain things with each other, right?
So a sickness.
Anything outside of that is a perversion.
Well, you're using many different words here. You're saying sickness, perversion. We have to stick with one of them.
Yes.
All right. Okay. You don't mean sickness in the literal sense, obviously. You don't mean sickness in the literal sense.
Oh, it's literal. It's literal because it's in the mind.
Okay. What do you mean by sickness? Give us a definition in the context that you're using it. It's important. You got to give a definition for it. Everyone else keep tapping and sharing.
Like psychopaths, psychosis people.
Okay,
people
so
ADHD,
hold on.
Dyslexic people.
Hold on. So mental illness, we're pulling up the definition. So mental illness is a health condition I'm reading it, is a health condition that significantly disrupts a person's thinking, emotions, or behavior, causing distress and impairing daily functioning. It is a medical condition stemming from...
Which one are you reading right now? Which one are you reading?
I'm just reading the overall definition, man. It is a medical condition
Calm down.
stemming from complex biological, genetic, and environmental factors. So tell us how this meets the definition of a mental illness.
Or which one did you read, though? Which definition?
What do you mean? Which one did I read? It's from
Like definition for what?
It's for mental
No,
illness.
like is it schizophrenia or like what?
No, just mental illness in general. Just overall mental illness.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that
so
applies
tell me,
to all of it, 100%.
So tell me how being gay,
because it impairs them in daily life. It impairs them in daily life.
That's not the soul. That's not the soul.
They get targeted by the rest of society, so that impairs them.
By you people. By what you're doing right now. By what you're doing right
you
now.
People, what do you mean by that?
Yes,
what do you mean by that?
I literally mean exactly what you think I mean.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can you tell me how how is mental illness unnatural? I have a question though, because you said it's against the natural order. How is mental illness unnatural?
And irregular animals, they get picked on as that for the rest of the species.
Okay, first of all, your connection is horrible. You are lagging and you are cutting in and out.
No, it's not, Erica. No, it's not. It's very
hang
good.
on. Comment section.
Very
Can
stupid.
you just
guys, we're 5 years old and British accents are so funny. We're so funny.
Yeah. Can we just confirm for him that he's lagging and his connection is very bad? I'm not making it up. I wouldn't need to make it up because your argument is terrible. So this is the thing. You need to now establish, if you think it's a mental illness, that mental illness is outside the natural order.
Keep tapping and sharing, guys. We can get to new guests at 70,000 likes, assuming we have somebody in the request box to get to. Go ahead, Pierre.
Oh yeah, because they have bad outcomes in every aspect of life. Very bad outcomes.
That
very troubled individuals.
Doesn't make something outside the natural order.
It does though, because natural order is perfect.
Can you demonstrate? Can you demonstrate how it's outside the natural order?
Because because look at Earth, right? Look at Earth. Hey, be quiet when I talk. Be quiet. Look at Earth, right?
Nope, you're not perfect. So by your definition, you're a mental illness.
Hey, you're gonna be quiet right now, sir. You're gonna listen.
Goodbye. Guys, we are looking for opposition, please. Preferably ones that aren't going to try to run the live. If you want to run the live, you can start your own live stream. That's what you can do.
This appeal to nature, it's just a really weird thing because there are gay animals. Like, it's not outside of the natural order in any way.
And if it was outside of the natural order, they wouldn't be gay. Like they wouldn't be gay. Like by the very definition of it, it would be natural because they are gay. All right, well, let's try to have a halfway intelligent guess, and I know that's sort of contradicting right there, but let's try to have a halfway intelligent guest, a halfway mature guest or something. No, they don't care about natural order. Of course not. Well, they just make up the argument as they go along. They just make it up as they go along.
They don't care about the natural order when they see a woman they find attractive with, breast augmentation. Suddenly, the natural order doesn't matter anymore.
As long as it benefits them. That's all that matters. There is no intelligent MAGA. Well, yeah, but we don't have the live stream if we don't talk to them. We won't have debates at least, so unfortunately we gotta sort of bear with it, people on the tube, you can call on in. I realized I didn't put the phone number in the comments. Let me go ahead and do that actually. 1 second here. What's up, Michael? How you doing? Thank you, Ray. All right, so the number to call on in, and it's my Google Voice number. So I know you guys think it's really funny to repeatedly call this number, but it doesn't go straight to my phone, so it doesn't annoy me like you think it does. But anyways, the number is 813-603-8878. I'll put that in the comments of the tube.
Doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
What's that?
The
number? No, not in the least bit. Not at all. Yeah, they try to do this. Some of them try to do this thing where they just repeatedly call the number over and over and over again thinking that it's like going straight to my phone or that they're trying to like specifically annoy me or whatever. Like, I don't know if you guys realize this. I can just block it if you do that, but yeah, 8675309 exactly. Oh, Pierre, thank you for the follow. We all appreciate it. Yeah, that wasn't, what's his face? Wait, I can't even think of his name. Joel.
No,
that wasn't Joel.
It might have been Liquidity, though. It did sound a bit.
I'm not familiar with Liquidity. I mean, I recognize the name, but I'm not.
I think you are. I think he's permabanned. I think you banned him.
Maybe I would have to go check. It was not Joel, though. That I know. I know what Joel sounds like.
No, once he talked a bit more, I realised that it wasn't Joel.
Yeah.
But to start off with, he sounded very like Joel.
Yeah. Well, Joel speaks very fast and unfortunately very confidently. This guy didn't seem so confident.
Well, that's because he was spouting bullshit, and he knew it was bullshit. Joel knows he's spouting bullshit, but he's a better actor than that guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, to his credit, if I were to give him credit, he is good in the sense of like confidently speaking BS, Joel. I mean, I know a lot of his following was paid for, but there are still, unfortunately, a large number of people that follow him that should, like actual people. And he definitely has a following on other social medias because I've seen him pop up elsewhere. But yeah, he's very annoying.
I'm never convinced by Joel's following because when he comes up on a panel, you don't suddenly get an influx of lots of people into a live.
That's a good point.
Normally, when you get someone who has a really big following and they're genuine followers, if they come up within 5 minutes, the numbers will have gone up significantly. And they never do with Joel. Not ever.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we are getting a call from the tube. Let's go ahead and take it. Hello, how you doing? Hello, how you doing? Going once, going twice, and gone. Just to let you know, if you call back and you're silent one more time, you're just going to get blocked. Just FYI. All right, well, that person did not answer. You muted B for 1 minute. What was B saying?
Well, I think B's a bot because I replied to them and they didn't answer.
Didn't respond back. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I thought I would mute them and see if they're a bot or not.
All right, 458. You're calling back one more time. To send a voicemail, press 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi. Hey, I'm doing all right. This is Mr. Bones. Do you mind talking with a First Amendment auditor?
A First Amendment auditor? How's a First Amendment? I know what a First Amendment auditor is, but how is that relevant to this?
Well, I have my own opinions. I have my own radio show, my own live stream, and I'm also kind of one of the OG famous reporters. And I just thought I'd call in and see what you were trying to show and talk about and what your topics were and maybe interview you.
All right. Well, as far as I know, when it comes to First Amendment auditors, they typically, what I have seen from the videos, they go to like public buildings, governmental buildings, and go around there and do things there, right? I've never seen it being applicable to like a conversation over live stream.
Well, maybe that makes me unique. Okay. Mr. Bones actually on October 22nd of 2023 was accused by the city of Eugene for firing shots into a crowd of Palestinian protest marchers.
Okay.
And was actually arrested at the scene after somebody from Antifa flashed one of my rear tires.
Okay.
And,
is that relevant to the topic? Is this relevant? Because we're talking about the LGBT plus. We're talking about the LGBT plus community. Is this Is this relevant to that
sorry,
topic?
I'm like a Democrat. I normally give people a lot of information beforehand. I get to the topic, so it takes us a little while to get there. But yes, what I was going to come when I circled around to it was the alphabet community is marching for Palestinians and for their Muslim friends here in Eugene.
Okay.
One of the things is I'm part of a Friends with a mosque here in Eugene. So when I was arrested, I had my DJ truck out there. I tried to do what I needed to do. I was going to circle behind them with my DJ truck, allow the people to get into my truck, and to talk over my 15-inch woofer speakers in it.
All right. Let's try to get to the point.
I had a do not enter something for them on the back to follow.
All right, let's try to get to the point. Hold on. We got to get to the point because we do debates here and we don't typically like to do a lot of monologuing. So it sounds like you're trying to point out what you believe to be hypocrisy of people marching for Palestinians, but you believe that they are against the LGBT plus community, right? Is that your point? Is that what you're trying to get to?
What I'm trying to say is the Muslim faith doesn't condone the gayness. They actually will stone you in the Middle East, and I know several friends there for being gay,
all right, got it.
which I don't think's right either.
Okay, so here's the deal. Christians neither don't, but I don't see a lot of people who hate on like Muslim people talk about that. But regardless, though, one could be against a genocide of a group of people, but still be against whatever views they may typically have or sometimes have, right? Those aren't mutually exclusive. Like, just because I disagree with somebody's views, that doesn't mean I want their entire population to be unalived.
Well, yes, I totally agree, and I don't think they ought to be stoning somebody for their sexuality either.
Well, I agree, but that's not relevant to what you spoke on. That's not relevant to speaking on... Okay, but that's a separate thing, though, and I don't want to get into the Israel-Palestine thing right now, but... Yeah, I agree with you. I am against all religion, actually. I think all religion is harmful as a whole, but that doesn't mean that I'm not against people being G-sided.
I'm Viking, so I hate even my clan equally. So I'm not racist. I'm not against religion. Vikings have never got along with their own families. That's just how it is. We have our own order of things.
Jack, Vikings a job.
Vikings a job? What do you mean it's a job? Wait.
Well,
Viking was a job.
It's not a race of people. It is not. It's a job.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm not racist in any way because we're racist against our own clan.
All right. So hold on. Slow down. I just want to get I want to get too off topic. We're just talking about the LGBT plus community. So, what are your personal views on the LGBT plus community?
I don't care about it unless they're bringing it openly with somebody that's not a sexual adult age. Like, you have to have a building to go into to talk about sex. That's why we have 18 or older in most places. I don't think that it should be a grooming on the younger generation. Okay. I think it ought to be that's closed door and up to the family.
Okay, what do you mean by grooming? Like, what are you using the definition of grooming as?
That it's okay to have and talk about sex when really a child shouldn't even have that being broke in on them, that there's about sexuality until they're much more of a
that's not
age.
But that's not the inherent definition of grooming, though. The inherent definition of grooming, I'm just reading it from the dictionary here, it's the process of building a trusting relationship with a vulnerable person, often a child or at-risk adult, with the intent to manipulate, exploit, or sexually abuse them. So how is talking to kids in an educational setting in an appropriate manner, how is that grooming?
Well, maybe I'm not educated enough to get to the point of the matter. I'm going more on the moral issue that children should have their childhood, and I don't think until they hit an age of like puberty should openly be telling sex to them and allowing for that sort of choices. I just think
but that's not happening, though. I would agree, but that's not happening. You know, what's that?
in our town here in Eugene, it's happening a lot, and in my wife's town around San
What's
Francisco,
curriculum?
it's happening a lot down.
So it's happening in the
it's
schools?
kind of sad.
It's happening in the schools?
Yes.
Okay, what school is it happening in? Because I can pull up the curriculum.
4J up here in Eugene. And,
what's the name of the school?
Santa Rosa.
Santa.
I don't know what theirs is in Santa Rosa, but they have several teachers there that are.
What's the name of the school again?
Putting their flag
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. What was the name of the school? The first one?
4J School District in Eugene, Oregon, and then I don't remember in Santa Rosa, California, where the wife's from.
Okay.
What school classification it was for the district there?
You mentioned
it's in Lincoln Valley, Santa Rosa.
How are they grooming? Because you just mentioned a flag on the wall. A flag isn't grooming.
Maybe, like I said earlier on your program, that I might have used the wrong room.
Okay.
I would say educating them in a way that it's acceptable. And I don't think somebody that's under 13 should even be talking with an adult about sexuality.
But what specific?
They are, and a lot of people marrying at 12 and 13 from the Southern Hemisphere America.
Okay. But,
coming up here with those values in our parks, Googling over younger kids in that generation because we weren't raised here in the States.
One at a time. Okay, one at a time. So what inappropriate thing is being taught to kids? What inappropriate sexual thing is being taught to kids in this school district? Like specifically?
There's difference in sex. I don't think in a middle school should they be hanging their flag and openly be educating the children in that grade level.
Yeah, wait. That's the exact time to be having sex ed. What are you talking about? That's when kids go through puberty. That's the exact time to be teaching it.
Okay, maybe my values are a little different, but here's the one thing.
But it's not about values, though. But it's not about values, though. We see overwhelmingly where school districts and where areas in the U.S. where they teach sex ed to middle-aged students and just sex ed to be taught in general. There's far less rates of teen pregnancy. There's far less rates of STIs. There's just higher rates of just education in general. So yeah, it's good to be teaching at the age where they're starting to become sexual. Of course.
I'll give you your point there, but here's the thing. I will die for your First Amendment even to hate me. That's how much of a love of the First Amendment I have.
But that's not right.
He's not okay.
So does everybody else. And I will die for the right to have that opinion.
All right.
But I have
that's
to
cool,
say,
man.
I personally think that no child should be taught about bedroom manners by somebody else, and that should be done by a parent.
All right. Well, once again, I think all the data, all the research would disagree with you, unless you want kids to have higher rates of teen pregnancy and STIs. But, yeah.
Not really. I knew Kim Kinkle, who did the Thurston shooting.
All right. You're just getting annoying. Goodbye. All right, guys. Can we just have like a regular old person come on? Fuck.
But Doug, he's going to give you a bad First Amendment rating.
Oh, I'm scared. Nice. How you doing?
Hi, you alright?
Hey, I just need to know your age. How old are you?
I'm 19.
What year were you born?
I was born in 2007.
Doug, you can get rid of this person immediately. A couple of years ago, this person once came into my live on about 35 different accounts.
Oh, boy.
In order, and just kept coming back, and I couldn't get rid of them. So I've just gone and personally blocked them because they're strange.
Well, I really hope that's not going to happen here, but I guess we'll deal with it as it comes. Alrighty then. Supreme Court is a virgin on doing recognized same-sex marriage. What's going on with that?
I have no idea what's going on.
I mean, is there
just strange.
anything like recent, or are you just speaking in general? Whether in general, unfortunately wouldn't be surprised, but unless there's like a recent event that
No,
occurred.
they literally made account after account
I know. I was talking
account
about it. I was
after
talking
account.
about a comment
Oh,
in the
sorry.
comments. Yeah. Sorry. No, you're good. Yeah. No, people like that are just awful. I've had somebody like that before, where they just keep making new accounts. It gets really, really frustrating. Block someone because they're strange. Well, they're not blocked. Well, James.
No, I personally blocked them.
Oh. Yeah. No, James. If you're talking, I thought you were talking about the guest that I had. No, that guest. Yeah. If somebody harasses you and they come up on under 35 different accounts, it would be kind of weird if you didn't block them.
Well, they've now said in the comments that they're actually 14 and they were 10 then. So I'm just going to go ahead and block them from you, because they shouldn't be engaging in this. If that guy previously didn't want anyone talking to children about this, so that person shouldn't be in here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Country, I was responding to your comment earlier. Are you referring to anything specifically, Country? Is there anything recently that happened that you're referring to as far as the Supreme Court with same-sex marriage? Or are you just speaking in general that they are never? If you're speaking about something specific, I'm not aware of anything specific that happened recently. Yeah, children, kids, don't do that. No country is a troll. Oh, all right. Well, they could just get muted then. My first comprehensive sex ed was at 34 as part of a blood-borne pathogen. Teenagers can handle it, yeah. Yeah, teenagers can absolutely handle it. I was taught sex ed in middle school. A lot of people were. So it's really not a crazy thing to be taught at that age. Like, again, I don't understand why you wouldn't. That is the exact time you should be when they're starting to go through all that.
Well, it's really important that we teach about things like menstruation before somebody is likely to be menstruating. Otherwise, otherwise they don't know what's happening to them, and not all parents educate their children on sex, or menstruation, or wet dreams, or erections, or all of those things. And so then that poor kid thinks there's something wrong with them because this thing is happening to them and nobody has ever spoken to them about it.
Hello, white monster.
Hello.
Hi, I just need to know your age before we move forward. How old are you?
36.
Okay, and what are your views on the LGBT plus community?
I just found out that Jeffrey Epstein was a Democrat.
Okay, what are your views on the LGBT plus community?
I don't care who you fuck, man.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
Okay, well, you seem to care a little bit about the LGBT plus community if you voted for him.
You think that was one of the reasons why I voted for him?
Well, I mean, it wasn't a deal breaker. It wasn't a deal breaker that he clearly campaigned against the transgender community.
I don't think the transgender community belongs inside the LGBTQ to begin with.
Okay, well, you can say that, but you're not an LGBT plus community, and regardless, they still
There's a large community inside the LGBT community that don't agree. That think that they shouldn't be.
That's the minority of the LGBT plus community. You're just tokenizing.
Is it though? But do you represent the LGBTQ?
You're just tokenizing the 3 gay people that you know. But anyways, that doesn't mean whether they're a part of the LGBT plus community, whether they're grouped together with those letters or not, they still deserve human rights. They still deserve recognition. They still deserve all of the things that everybody else should get. But they're not though. So,
but they do.
But they don't because.
But they do.
Well, when I give you examples, you're just going to go ahead and justify them. You ready? I'm going to call out right now. I'm going to give you 2 examples. I'm going to give you 2 examples of Donald Trump having transphobic executive orders, and you're going to go ahead and justify it. So he kicked all transgender people out of the military on the sole basis that they're transgender. See, there you go. So from 1 for 1, and then banned gender affirming care for anyone under the age of 19. Go ahead and justify that one. Go ahead. Unmute yourself and justify it. Wait, go ahead. You can go ahead. I already know what you're going to say, so you might as well just say it. No? Too afraid? Cool.
I find it wild that people don't know how to unmute themselves.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like it can't be that difficult. Like,
did he mute himself or did he get muted by somebody?
I didn't mute him. Possibly one of my mods did, but I didn't.
Doug, if you want to fuck man, fuck man.
Okay.
Nobody cares.
So can you go ahead and justify the other one that I mentioned?
Trans is identity, so it doesn't belong.
Okay, so why is it okay that transgender people were kicked out of the military on the sole basis that they're transgender?
Because they're mentally ill.
Provide evidence.
They're taking medications that require them to be cognizant, and they can't if they're deployed.
That's not true.
Can you provide evidence that all trans people are taking medications?
I don't need to.
Yes, you do, because that's your whole point. Your whole point
Literally
is
don't.
Your whole point is based upon that, White. So unless you have two options here, White, you can either prove your point or you can say I don't have evidence. Those are your only options, or you can run. That's the third option. You guys are fucking weak as fuck. You guys are weak snowflake pussies. That's what you guys all are. Every one of you. Like, you guys can't even fucking own your... You guys can't own your transphobia. You can't own any of your shit. Just say it at least. Like, if you're gonna say shitty things, like, at the very least, just come on, like, try to provide some evidence. Don't what?
Times Change is upset that you're using curse words. This is an adult space. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Super simple.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna make like a specific point, if you're gonna make a specific argument, and then you say, "Well, I don't have to provide evidence," then you're just weak. That's all you are. You're weak and probably stupid.
Proud to be Fringe. Nobody dropped him. He ran away. Doug was in the middle of asking him a question. Like, if that's how you want to comfort yourself that Doug dropped him, go ahead. Except I don't understand why he would do that in the middle of a question.
In the middle of a question that he already said he didn't want to answer. Like, why would I kick somebody when it just makes him look more stupid when he's saying that shit?
No, you can't do this all day.
Can't do what? What's going on?
He said I can sit and troll all day. I was like, no, you can't.
Yeah, he was getting muted.
I've just prevented him from doing so.
What's up, country? What's up?
I know, but maybe we could do without. Maybe we
country, are you there? Yes or no? Country, are you there? Yes or no? And goodbye. Yeah, and I understand that was the person who was spamming in the comments. Yeah, I didn't think they would actually come up. I did not think he was going to come up.
He didn't come up on purpose, though. He didn't even know he was up.
The troll accidentally requested. That's crazy. Free, you are loading. You're welcome to re-request, though, if you want.
He was at work, by the way. I don't think my boss would be particularly happy if I spent my whole day. This is a true story. I was once on a live with a guy and I could hear a ton of kids in the background. And I asked him what he did for a job and he said he was a teacher and it was during the American school day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a teacher who had a class of children with him who he was supposed to be teaching and supervising, and he was on TikTok Live.
When was this?
And this was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and unfortunately for him, he had videos on his account with his school. So I screen recorded. I went and found the school and I emailed the screen recording to his principal. Yeah, he was MAGA, Grant.
Was he? Did you get a conclusion on what happened?
I didn't get any update. But I just thought his boss would want to know that whilst he had kids in the room, it's different if he's at work and he's on I think he was in Texas, Jerry. But it's different if you're at work and you're like on lunch or you don't have kids in the room or Sometimes I come on when I'm at work, but I'm just doing some admin and I don't have kids in the room. I would never come on live with kids in the room. That's correct, Meg. Safeguarding from a different country.
Kiwi, I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, guys, keep tapping and sharing. If you guys can all send in the heart me if you're on TikTok, that'd be great. If you're watching on YouTube, if you can like the live and subscribe if you're enjoying it, of course. And on both of them, I pay link, super chat. None of those are needed, but it's always appreciated, obviously. Thank you, Debbie. All right, let's get to this next one. Christine, are you opposition, or was that a friendly request? Hello, Christine. Christina, did you mean to request? Yes. Okay. Goodbye, Christine. I'll take that as a no. Thank you, Tay. Yeah, I really fucked up this fidget toy here. I had it good for a while, and then I kept taking pieces apart, and now I really fucked it up. It's gonna take forever to get it back to where it should be. Not good. No patience. Well, they were not positioned, so.
I'll tell you how I can tell whether someone's MAGA or not. It's super easy. You can tell from the first word they say. If they sound fucking miserable, then they're always MAGA.
You're okay,
if they
Christine.
sound,
yeah,
if they sound like happy and joyful, they're a friendly.
That's almost always true. Like I've very rarely seen exceptions to that. Like you can generally hear it pretty quickly. But yeah, you're not wrong there.
It's always the same. If you go, did you vote for Trump? And they go, yeah.
I know. They sound so they sound so miserable to have voted for him most of the time.
Or who did you vote for? Trump.
Yeah, exactly.
How old are you? I'm 37.
Yeah, they sound like they just woke up, or they just sound very much under the influence. I
genuinely think people who have people who are unhappy and unfulfilled in their own lives are just so willing to like blame minority groups for their own unhappiness. Yeah. And it's like, get a hobby. Like,
I think this is their hobby.
If you're in a relationship that you dislike, leave it and go and find one you do like. Like, come on, stop blaming everybody else.
If it just wasn't for the immigrants, the gay people, the trans people, the poor people, even though most of them are poor themselves, then their life would be okay.
If it wasn't for those pesky kids. Oh, Doug, do you remember Scooby-Doo, Doug?
I remember Scooby-Doo. Come on, I'm not like a Gen Zer over here. Yes, absolutely I do. Taking off the mask every time? Yes. Pulling it off their face. And it's always who you at least expect. Well, sometimes. At least when I was a kid.
Grant is right. There's very few people who say they're in it. And this has been true for quite some time. There are very few people who say they are independent and voted for, like, Kamala.
Yeah, it's almost always the other way around, like almost every time.
It's always that they say they're independent, but they voted for Trump.
Yeah. I've noticed that on dating apps too. So I pretty much at this point don't really swipe on anybody that has independent or not political or they have moderate in their profile at this point. I used to not care. Yeah. I used to not give a shit. But I would say lately, lately within like the last couple of years, I've cared.
Yeah, I'm not swiping on anybody who says I'm not political. Of course you are. They might not be political with a capital P, but everybody's political with a lowercase p. We all care about the world we live in to some extent.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, whether you think it's political or not, like, and anything that you probably care about is going to be political to some degree. You quit looking. I mean, I get that, Amy. You never swiped on people who are moderate. Well, that's good because, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just used to not really care a while back, but it definitely has narrowed the dating pool. But it's okay.
Eric, I'm sure Eric's trolling, but this is a brilliant comment in the sense that it's very funny, Eric. So congratulations. He said, "Who even came up with pronouns? They ought to be castrated."
I hope they're joking. I hope, but they may not be.
I mean, there are so many problems with those two sentences, Eric.
That's funny.
So I can only assume that was a troll.
Yeah, but you really never know, though, Erica. You really never know. It's really hard to tell. I think that's one thing Trump has shown us, that we can't be lackadaisical anymore. Yeah, that's true, Tina.
That's correct, Jonk. Funny if joke / shake my head if not. Correct. But if it was a joke, it was well, I was going to say well castrated. I didn't mean that. Well, it was well constructed.
Well castrated. Fuck it, this fidget toy. God damn it. Hey guys, keep tapping and sharing. We are looking for opposition. If you have not sent in your heart me, please go ahead and do so on TikTok. Everybody on too, make sure you subscribe and like the live as well.
Is this show in the UK? Well, this show
it's
is
on the internet.
It's on the internet, which is available everywhere. In fact, you can thank us for having access to the internet.
Yes, this show is everywhere. The
Tim
internet is
Berners-Lee
everywhere.
is your fella.
Us? Are you trying to say the US or us? Again, it's nowhere. The internet is everywhere. Now, if you want to go off of where I am, yes, I am in the US, if that's what you're saying. Thank you, Pixie.
I really don't like it when people refer to their TikTok live streams as shows.
Is there anybody in particular that you're referring to?
There's a lot of people that do it. Yes, there is, but I'm not going to reveal who because I'm not. I'll text you later.
Okay. Is it just one of your little pet peeves that you have?
It is a pet peeve of mine. I really don't like it.
Well, user 609, that's what a pet peeve is. It's usually something that like your average person wouldn't really care about, or something that's pretty trivial, but like you just kind of get aggravated by it. That's literally what a pet peeve is.
One of my other big pet peeves is when people use words that mean the same thing in a row. Like, there's various different reasons why I don't like it.
Was that right there what you just did?
Yeah, various and different mean the same thing.
Yeah, various different. Yeah, it's really redundant. You need people to hate you to stay relevant. I mean, we don't have to have people hate us; they just naturally do. We just have to have our views, and you guys hate us. Certain people just need to exist, and you hate them. So it's nothing needing; it just happens. Erica might be worse than MAGA Slayer. Jesus Christ!
Why don't you come up and discuss it, 300? You seem to be obsessed with me, which is interesting.
I don't think she is even remotely close to him. Completely different styles, completely different tone, completely different verb, everything. Just different all around. Have you met you? Yeah, they're very different.
I don't know whether you can say that you've met yourself, Crow. Can you say that you've met yourself? I've known myself since birth.
For anybody who doesn't know, MAGA Slayer, he used to be a very, very common, I guess, quote unquote, co-host of mine, panelist or whatever. A while back, probably was. He stopped being on my lives like August or September of 24. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. So it's been a while. Been a long time. An interesting fellow, I would say.
What does Erica think of the current politics of UK immigration? I don't know what that question means.
Why don't you just ask her directly? Why do you have to ask in third person? Don J, how are you?
Oh.
Hi, how old are you?
3.
Are you sure? You sound very unsure of that.
No, I'm 23.
Okay. You asked if I was LGBT plus. I'm curious as to what reason you were asking that.
Oh, I was just curious.
Oh, okay. You weren't asking because you had a. Sometimes a lot of people ask, opposition will ask because they have some sort of.
No.
Okay, no worries.
I love
Okay.
the LGBT.
Okay, no worries.
I love the
You're okay.
LGBTQ community.
You're okay. You're okay. I'll go ahead and bring it down. All good. Although sometimes I will have some, I guess, quote unquote, friendlies ask if I am LGBT plus, insinuating that I shouldn't talk on this topic if I'm not, or I shouldn't be doing the topic at all if I'm not.
I'm going to be honest. When you asked how old they were, I thought they said they were 3.
I thought I heard something. I know. I thought I heard something really young. Also, I don't know if I heard 3, but I heard a 3 at the end though. But I assumed it wasn't 3. Yeah, they were speaking a little low, but it's okay. It happens.
Times change. No, I do not feel like the UK is being invaded. There are multiple British people in the comments. Other British people in the comments, do you feel like the UK is being invaded?
What do you mean? What do they mean by invaded?
Well, I think they think. Oh, they go. Alan says no. Ben says definitely not. Meg says no, we're not being invaded. Selena says absolutely not. So Tanner Lee says no. I'm in the UK and I don't. That's from Terry. Steph says we shall fight them off with your favourite team. With your favourite team weapons? What? I don't understand there. No, we're not being invaded. No. I know the news makes you think that we are, but we're not.
Yeah, well, the news, I mean, maybe to some degree, but if you're impressionable enough, then yeah, and if you already have preconceived notions of certain groups invading other countries, then you're more susceptible to believing that. But you shouldn't inherently think that just because the news may say something or not.
Jacob, most liberals don't hate Caucasians. I don't know what you're talking about.
You guys just want to be victims. Nobody hates Caucasians.
Well, I don't know about nobody. There probably are some people that do, but liberals don't.
Right. Oh, obviously, yeah. I mean, anytime I say nobody, what I mean by that, obviously there's going to be individuals that have all sorts of that thoughts or whatever, but yes, nobody as a whole that we can extrapolate that to an entire community, I would say.
I think it would be more appropriate. Like we know, for example, people on the right, their amygdalas are bigger, so they have bigger fear responses to things that they perceive as a threat. I think it would be more more appropriate to deem that a mental illness to be example, to be an example of mental illness, would be like this weird fear of migrants and LGBTQIA plus people, even though demonstrably there's not a problem with them. That seems more like it would be a mental illness to me.
Is that an irrational fear of a group? Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, I could do a restart, guys. I do have to be done, though, in like an hour and a half or so. So I can do a restart because I have enough time for one.
Restart.
All right, well, that's all the motivation. No, that's all the motivation I need. All right, guys, I'll restart, all right? If you don't follow me already, click the follow button on the top left if you're watching on the tube. I'll stay live on the tube. I won't restart there. But if you are, I'm not going to do a seat all one now. Yeah, I'm going to restart quickly on TikTok. So if you're watching on the tube, you'll see the screen restart real quickly. All right, guys, see you in 2 seconds. Bye. All right, YouTubers, I'll be back. Hang tight. This fucking loads. Oh, the call-in number? It was posted in the comments a little bit ago. I'll put it back. Here. Sorry, normally I have a mod or two in the comments, but I think both of them are busy at the moment. But there's the number. You got it right there. Look at that. See, you guys are back. What is up, everyone? Yeah, let me just double check my schedule. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good for a while. So yeah, I have like an hour and a half-ish. And I'm still working on this fucking fidget spinner thing. It's just like, it's totally fucked up now. Like, I'll show you what I mean. Well, it's not that bad, actually. Like, it's supposed to spin into like a perfect sphere. And it's not anymore. It's very easily breakable. It's a plastic 3D printed thing. So when I dropped it yesterday, one of the pieces broke off. But it can get snapped back in. But the thing is, you have to have each piece in exactly in the same exact spot, like a specific spot. Otherwise, it affects the other piece, and then the other piece, and then it becomes all fucked up like this. So I'm trying to put each piece exactly how it's supposed to be, but it's getting difficult. All right, I am getting a call already on the tube. I suppose we have to speak to them. Oh, wait. Hold on. YouTuber, call me back. Mayo, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. The person on YouTube, you can call him back. Sorry. I just need to know your age. How old are you?
38. I'm 38, so I'm an old guy.
You're not that old. All right. So do you have an issue or problem or whatever with the LGBT plus community?
No, for me, I don't have an issue. I don't really care too much because like we're talking about a few percentage of the population. But for me, is the insistence that a trans woman is a woman. Like that is like, I think that's where they kind of lose me. But if they just want to be recognized for that kind of lifestyle, I get it. But like, why insist?
Well, because they are, and they constantly get denied that they are one, and they're constantly getting taken away, like certain like privileges that everybody else has on the basis that people believe they're not a woman. Like for example, the restroom or locker rooms or sports, right? Like those things are being taken away from them or being threatened to take away from them because of that. So that's why it is important that they do say so, and we can talk about otherwise if you don't think otherwise.
Yeah, because I get that, the bathroom thing is kind of overblown. Like there isn't like every bathroom there's about 20 trans women outside want to go in. I get that, but for me it's like the kind of insistence that a man, someone who's born biologically male, transitions into woman, wants to live that lifestyle, and then insists, and then wants to kind of change the vocabulary around it.
Okay,
that is what I find the majority of people kind of like have a problem with.
Okay, so you have some background noise. Is there a way that you can
I'm
get
very
away from
sorry
that a
about
little
that.
bit?
I have kids. There's kids in the back. Let me go somewhere else here.
Okay, yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Everybody else, keep tapping and sharing. Make sure you all send in a heart me if you haven't, and we'll get to new guests at 15,000 likes, assuming we have somebody in the request box to get to at that point. Okay, so why don't you believe trans women are women?
I think maybe because I think that the foundations of like gender are like biological, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I kind of think.
Well, sex would be so, sure, more so at
Yeah.
least. But gender, do you believe gender and sex to be different, or do you think they're the same thing?
I would assume that they're the same thing. Like, in what sense would they be different?
Well, do you think they're exactly the same thing? Like that they always can be used interchangeably with the other? Meaning like male can always be used interchangeably with man and vice versa, and that female can always be used interchangeably with women? Or do you think there is a slight difference between them?
In a sense, I kind of understand that when it comes to things like gender, there are certain stereotypes, like I don't know, it's a female thing to have long hair, but
Well, that would
males
be a
can also
woman
grow
thing.
long hair.
But that'll be a woman thing, right? So that's what we're talking about in terms of gender. That isn't really specific to a sex. A sex, what determines your
Yeah.
sex isn't your
But what
hair,
would be the
right?
difference though?
Yeah, so we can get
Yeah.
into that. But yeah, what determines your sex isn't like the length of your hair or the clothes that you wear. That's again going to be more of like a social thing. And what determines sex would be more like certain characteristics and traits that you have, like your chromosomes, right, your genitalia, things like that. Gender would be a little more, what would be the word? A little more subjective and a little more personal to the person and the area that they're in.
Yeah, sorry, I think I misspoke. People, I think in the comments have misunderstood me. I meant, for example, when it comes to like gender, it would be like people in many cultures believe that only women should have long hair, and that would be a gender kind of construct. Whereas if we look at it biologically, that wouldn't be a distinction because both can grow long hair.
Right,
That's
right.
what I meant.
No, exactly. So it sounds like you do understand that gender is not exactly one and the same with sex, right? That there is a difference.
Yeah. So how would I explain it to like, I don't know, how would I explain that to someone like my mom who's like very staunchly against it? Like there is a difference between gender and sex. What would it be? What could I tell her or myself?
Well, I mean, do you often have this conversation with her? Is this something that like you feel that she is willing to change her mind on, or willing to at least like talk about?
She is, because she's one of these kind of like anti-woke kind of people. Right now, like you have hospitals, they don't call it breastfeeding anymore. They call it chest feeding, and they just, she's into that.
Okay. I mean, you can talk about the things that we just spoke on, and we can get more to it in detail. But in my experience, as somebody who's like really set in their ways in terms of their thinking and their beliefs, especially if they're an older person, there's probably not a whole lot you can do to change that. In my experience, not saying that it wouldn't be worth having a conversation, but how much change would it have? I don't know specifically, but I don't know, unless Erica, you have something that you recommend.
I know. I'll let someone else talk. Thank you so much for that.
Well, Erica was just about to speak to you. The other guest there was about to speak to you.
I think if you just even if you just talk about the fact that gender is not a word, gender is not a biological word, and gender is not a word that would man and woman are not words that are ever used in biology. Biology is male female, not man woman. Man and woman are terms that would be used in academic fields like sociology, anthropology, psychology, and so they relate to what's going on in our brain and going on in our presentation to other people, as opposed to what our chromosomes, our genitals, etc. say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's more cultural. Yeah.
Yeah, and even when you talk about like women having long hair, actually there's a ton of societies that we can point to where men either had long hair alongside women. Like if we talk about like the Nordic countries, you know, a couple of thousand years ago, well, not even that long ago, 1,000 years ago, men and women both had long hair. Mr. Goodbar, sorry, I don't think Jesus did have long hair. Because at the time in the Middle East, long hair wasn't like the thing. But that's a great point, Steph. Khalsa Sikh men never cut their hair at any point in their life. What we're talking about here is cultural differences between different groups of people, and that even shows that there's not things that are manly and things that are womanly, because you're from the UK, right?
Yeah.
If you go to Scotland, what's the most manly thing you can wear?
Oh, the kilt, yeah.
And you know, all men used to wear skirts or dresses before trousers were invented. And so gender norms change between time and place. Biological sex doesn't change between time and place. You know, even 200 years ago, 250 years ago in this country, the height of fashion for men was to have a powdered face, wear rouge, and put on a powdered wig, and act in a way that we would now consider to be very asexual, actually. So gender norms change over time. Biological sex doesn't change over time.
So when a trans woman insists, or when a trans woman says a trans woman is a woman, she's saying, I mean it in the gendered sense, not in the sexual sense, not in the kind
not
of
in the
biological
sense.
Because trans women understand that they were born with male biology. I've never met a trans woman who says they are female. They're a trans woman.
Okay, but then would we also say then, like, a woman's locker room in a social gym is an area that would be open to people in the gendered sense and not in the sexual sense? Like, because those toilets are kind of designed like,
but they're not based off of your body part. Well, not necessarily, though. I mean, they're not necessarily made because somebody either has like a penis or a vagina or something like that, right? They're still more based on the social sense, if anything. And plus, if you made it based on body parts, that'd be a little odd. How would you enforce that? How would that be determined? That'd be sort of like not a very enforceable thing, you know?
Well, okay. And the fact is as well, there was a time not so long ago in this country, and even less time ago in the United States, where it was illegal to be gay, right? And this idea that you can't have people that find each other sexually attractive in the same locker room as each other means that gay people have to go to a different locker room, and you need to have a gay man and a straight man locker room, and you need to have a lesbian locker room and a straight woman locker room, and it like we don't make those rules. We don't make rules based on who finds who sexually attractive, because when we start trying to make those rules again, we go back to a point in time. And a bisexual well, you'd have to have a male bisexual locker room, Meg, and I don't even know how that would work actually, and that's like
I don't. Yeah, that would like when you break it down,
because potentially everyone could find everybody attractive in that locker room, and then where are we?
That's a great point.
That's a great point. So we don't. The idea that someone might not be able to control themselves in a locker room, that's as relevant if you have a locker room that's fully, peopled by cis men, i.e. not trans men, as it is if you have a locker room with trans women and and cis women in it. You know.
Okay, I get it. But there's a lot of people that are like not with this or not pro, and then I'll say that's the majority of people who do not want trans men entering women's toilet. Like, what do you do about that? Do you just make unisex toilets? Because everywhere I go now, I go to the gym, there are no male or female toilets. It's just single unit toilets now. They don't even create the male female thing. But
I think that's oftentimes a fine solution, but not. Of course, every place has that though. But we can't. And guys, we can get to new guests at 10,000 likes. So tap a little quick if you want a new one. We're looking for opposition, but we can't base these things off of what this person or that person wants or doesn't want, right? Because all sorts of people may not want this person or that person in the locker room. Like people didn't want people of color in the locker room or in restrooms, right? So like we can't necessarily base it off of that because then you're going to be harming other groups of people as well. So I think again the best way is just to base it off of the gender that you identify as, and I think a lot of places moving forward either have like unisex like areas or single restroom or whatever areas, But you're never going to be able to appease everybody. Like that's just kind of like the nature of a lot of social issues. You're not going to, but the best thing you can do is be able to make sure that everybody has at least equal opportunity, equal rights when it comes to certain things. And if some people are upset by it, then some people are upset by it.
Well, actually, and I think it's important to remember this is another thing that I think people don't think of. Trans people are far more likely to be victims of SA in a locker room than they are to be a perpetrator of SA in a locker room, especially if they are forced to go into the locker room or the bathroom associated with their sex rather than their gender.
Yeah. Probably males, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you wanted to speak on? Yeah, for sure.
No, I just like to say thank you so much. I feel I've been educated a lot, and you definitely have changed my mind. So I'd like to thank both of you.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy you had an open mind. That's always good to hear. All right, Mayo, have a good one. Go ahead and take care. That's always refreshing when people ask genuine questions and are like receptive to answers. It's rare, but it's nice to see. All right, we'll get to the next one. We are looking just for opposition. So anybody that voted for Trump and or has an issue with the LGBT plus community. And if you're on the tube and you call like more than 3 times in a row, you're just going to get blocked because it doesn't seem like you understand consent. So anybody that's wondering why they get blocked if they call so many times, well, that is the reason. All right, well, we don't have anybody else in a request box on TikTok. Looks like most of them left. So let's try to invite some ops up if we can. Yeah, Kat, it's nice to see that. Again, it's rare, but it's good. I have reasons why that are good. Oh, well, we're only looking for opposition. Thilo? Show you request. Oh, well, that's not good. But Thilo, you can come up. It does seem like you are opposition. That's not a genuine answer, though, because somebody earlier gave that same response. You guys don't actually care about that. It's just like a fake reason. You guys use this arbitrary reasoning of, well, they have higher rates of STIs. Well, if you don't like STIs, you should be against STIs in general. Therefore, you should just be against any sort of sex in general. You don't actually care about it. You don't. So if you were for that, you would be for more comprehensive sex education, K through 12, which you're almost certainly not for. You would be for like safer sex practices in general, having just more like affordable birth control and condoms and things like that, or even free. I doubt you're for that. So
I've just actually written the government has changed the guidelines here for relationship, sex, and health education. I've just written an overview of my new curriculum. I'll send it to you, Doug, and you can tell me what you think.
Oh yeah, I'd love to take a look at that. The trans thing on children. What does that mean, Tristan? Show us that you know what you're talking about without repeating something that you heard from Fox News or Facebook or anything like that. Give us like a real life example of something where you can extrapolate this to the entire LGBT plus population, or at least the majority of them. Tell us where trans things, quote unquote, are pushed on children. They have fecal matter disease. Yeah, that's how I know you're not being serious. That's how I know you're just trolling. Who was a child when who started? I have no idea who you're talking about. Gotta be more specific here. But Tristan, you can come on up. I don't really think MAGA hates them. Well, all the opposition I have come on up would say otherwise. Is there a guest up? I see like a black box. Are you there? Somebody there?
Yeah, yes, you invited me up.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see you on the screen. So I just need to know your age. How old are you?
21.
Alrighty. Which one were you? Because again, I can't see who you are. It's glitching out.
I said I don't really think MAGA hates them.
Okay. Yeah, so funny enough, one of the guests that I had earlier, when I had the live just earlier, they flat out said that they hate the LGBT plus community. Now, the rest will sometimes say that they don't, but then they'll talk about all these reasonings of their issues that they have with them that, like, I don't know how else to interpret it other than they seem to really dislike them at best or hate them at worst.
Sure. So
Not to mention, well, good.
Oh, yeah. Well, so, like, I mean, at least when it comes to, like, the way that the president talks about it, right, it doesn't seem like he has too much of an issue with same-sex marriage. He's hosted weddings like that at Mar-a-Lago. I think the only issue that maybe the right might have with them is the trans issue. I don't know about, like, like gay people and stuff like that.
But that's also a manufactured issue as well, right? Like, they never had issues with trans people until they couldn't really have issues with gay people anymore, because that was something that the nation overall was sort of like moving on from. So they had to villainize some other group of people, right? So they had to propagandize a lot of things in regards to them. But, like, what issues do you have with trans people that you feel are credible?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I personally just don't think that, like, they are adhering to, like, what is real and factual, and I don't think we should, like, accommodate to, like, a delusion.
What's not real and factual? What do you mean? Like, what's an example?
So, like, just saying that you're a woman if you were born male doesn't make you a woman, right? Same with the flip side.
Well,
that works.
What does make you a woman then?
Yeah, so, like, XX chromosomes.
Sorry, say that again.
So, like, XX chromosomes, being born female.
Okay.
And being an adult.
So what about women that have Turner syndrome? I don't know if you're familiar with what that is, but
right.
They don't have XX chromosomes. Would you consider those individuals to be women?
What's their chromosome?
Well, their chromosomes, I believe it's just X, if I'm not mistaken. But they have everything else that you would typically associate with a woman, right? They typically have all the other body parts and things that women would have.
Yeah, sure. So
like uterus and vagina and everything else. XO? Okay, sorry. Regardless, they don't have XX. So.
Yeah, so, I think, like, and a medical anomaly doesn't give way for people to just kind of, like, associate themselves with a sex that they're not if they don't also have an anomaly like that, like just a normal XY male.
Why is it an anomaly? It's not an anomaly, it's just atypical.
Right. Those words can be used interchangeably. How many people do you know with Turner syndrome?
But hold on. I understand it's not something that's super common, but then you can't say the requirement of being a woman is having XX chromosomes. You would have to give some other specific thing that all women have. Otherwise, I don't know what you would call. Otherwise, I don't know what you would call individuals that have Turner syndrome. Would you call them a man or?
No, I wouldn't call him a man.
Okay, but so then that wouldn't be the prerequisite to being a woman.
I would say generally it would be, right? I mean, again, not everyone.
By the very definition of prerequisite.
Yeah, prerequisite requires it not to be generally. It requires it to be the case all the time. That's what a prerequisite is.
Yeah, no, I don't begrudge that at all.
Okay, but then what would be the prerequisite, if any? Or I mean, it sounds like you do think there is a prerequisite. What would that be?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, right, having Turner syndrome doesn't make you not a woman. I don't believe that.
Okay.
Not, super familiar with Turner syndrome, admittedly, but I mean, again, right, like people having Turner syndrome doesn't mean that like this guy who professes to be a woman can just like assert himself as a woman and then enter women's spaces.
No, but my point is that you can't say the what is needed to be a woman is having XX chromosomes, so that wouldn't then exclude trans women from being a woman. So what would then be that trait, if not chromosomes? That's the point I'm trying to get at here. Keep tapping and sharing, guys. We're looking for opposition. Make sure you all send in the heart me. Looks like he's off screen. Jake, I don't know if you're trying to speak or not, but you're off screen. We can't hear you. Going once, Jake. All right. Well, I'll bring somebody else. Oh, no, there you are.
Oh.
Okay. I don't know if you were trying to speak, but we couldn't hear you when you're off screen.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I got a phone call. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, would it be more sound then to say that like, having, I mean, obviously not the Y chromosome only, right? Thanks, because then some people are XXY. Mm-hmm. I don't begrudge you that. Okay. So like, what's your okay? Allow me to clarify your like main stance with this then, with bringing this up, so I can understand you better.
You're asking what my main stance is? Well, I believe trans women. Yeah, I believe trans women to be women, trans men to be men. Obviously, it sounds like you disagree with that. So I'm just pushing back on your claims as to what excludes trans women from being in the category of women that cis women all have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess not. You sort of ran.
Okay, then. I was waiting for him to bring up the Y chromosome, and then I was going to ask him about Swyer syndrome, which is XY, which is XY chromosomes, but with completely female anatomy.
Oh, looks like I got somebody sent me a very angry voicemail. I can't see the whole thing because I'd have to listen to it, but dude, I think you're the lamest fucking dude I've ever heard of. You put a topic up saying MAGA, why do you hate LGBTQIA? Doesn't let me see the rest. Maybe we can hear it though. Oh, it's a 45-second one, long one, guys. This could be good. Let's hear it. All right. Oop. Oh wait, why is it?
I think you're the lamest fucking dude I've ever heard of. You put a topic up saying, MAGA, why do you hate LGBTQIA? And then you won't even fucking talk to people that are MAGA or people that want to engage you in this topic. You're a lame fucking excuse for anyone to represent your fucking fagness. What a fucking pussy.
I love
engage with UK fucking people and not even talk to the Americans that you posed the question to. What a fucking fag.
My favorite part of that is him saying that you're asserting that MAGA hate the LGBTQIA.
He slurs.
He didn't say they don't, and then he drops the F slur multiple times.
Like, dude, your voicemail fucking proved it, man. Yeah, what's his name? What's his name in the comments? Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if you know this, man, but I've already spoken to like 2 or 3 Trump supporters since this live restarted. You might be referring to I haven't spoke to you. Maybe it's because you called like 5 or 6 times in a row, one after another, while I said I had a guest already up, and you just continue to call anyways. Maybe that's why I didn't speak to you, but who knows? All right, let's get to the next one. Hi, Nick.
Hello.
Hey, how old are you?
Stop doing cocaine and getting on TikTok, libtard.
All right, so how old are you? Okay. I think it would be very obvious if I was using that substance. I promise you guys it would be very obvious. I'd be going off screen every 20 or 30 minutes or something.
Hello.
Oh gosh, how are you?
I'm doing great, bro. Nothing to complain about.
All right.
Hi,
Sounds
Erica.
good.
How are you?
I'm brilliant, thanks, Patrimonio. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome.
Good.
You got a replacement for your prime minister already or not?
I knew this is because let me just fill everyone in. So a couple of months ago, Patrimonio came up on a live and told me that my prime minister was going to resign specifically because of Peter Mandelson. He has resigned, but not, which is what I said at the time. He might resign, but not because of Peter Mandelson. So I was right, wasn't I, Patrimonio?
Well, actually, you thought you had a great prime minister, but it looks
When
like
did I
everybody else thinks different. It's the same
out?
way you trying to come here.
Patrimonio. No. What was the process by which he's not going to be our prime minister?
May I speak, or it's just gonna
No,
be
I'm
you?
asking you a question. What's
No,
the
no.
process
I
by
wanna.
which?
You said
What's
something.
the process by
why don't
which
you
he's
answer her
not
question?
You
going to
said
be the prime
something, and I
minister?
want to say something. Then I can answer your question. You thought that, and I told you this, that your prime minister sucked, and you said that he was great, that nothing was going to happen to him,
No, I
but it looks
didn't.
like everybody else thinks
Well, hey,
No, I
different than
didn't.
you.
well, hey,
I
It's the
Patrimonio, you're
didn't.
gonna have
same
to show a quote
case.
of
It's
it.
the same Trump deranged himself.
Has anybody in here ever heard me say that Starmer is a great prime minister?
You told me
No,
that
I
to my
didn't.
face when I told
No, I
you that he
didn't.
was a piece of crap.
Anybody in here ever heard me say that apart from Patrimonio?
Okay.
I've never heard you really talk
No.
super positively about really anybody there.
Yeah, because
that I can think of.
nobody
But
ever asked her the question.
why don't you provide a quote of her saying that? Because surely we can't just take your word for it, right?
Provide a video of me saying that. Surely you recorded it.
Yeah,
Patrimonio.
yeah, okay. But going back to the gay
so
parade.
No
Going
why
back
are
to
we
the
going back to the gay parade rather than you actually providing evidence for what you're saying?
because I feel like I have nothing else to tell you.
Patrimonio, I'm just gonna respond to what you said, Patrimonio, if that's okay.
I don't have anything to tell you because he's out.
Anyway, I asked you a question, Patrimonio.
He is out because he's the worst, right?
By what
He resigning shame.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with what she said, clearly.
So he resigned, Patrimonio. He didn't get voted out by the people.
He did, but he didn't. Then he resigned. He has no option.
When did he get voted out, Patrimonio?
Listen, the bottom line is you were defending him.
Don't say no, but that wasn't her argument. That wasn't her argument.
And he was thrown out.
Right. First of all, I was not right. I'm just gonna. In fact, I'm Patrimonio. If you talk over me, I'm gonna drop you down to the comments till I'm finished.
Yeah, that's all you guys can do because you're gonna face the truth.
Anyway, Patrimonio was making the assertion that because the British government was investigating, first of all, he thought Peter Mandelson was the Epstein thing. He thought that was to do with Peter Mandelson doing something with kids, and it was not. It was to do with giving away government secrets. It's called something in public life, like misconduct in public life or something like that. And Patrimonio's assertion was that he would resign because of that. And I said he might resign, but it won't be because of that. If the pressure gets too much, he might resign, but it won't be because of that. The fact is,
why he did resign then? Why?
Oh, because I'll explain it to you, Patrimonio. Do you want to listen?
I wouldn't count on it, but try.
Yeah, that's it, Steph.
I mean, you muted me, so I have to listen.
Okay, cool.
No. So
if you can sit quietly, okay, and
yeah,
listen
just don't
to
extend yourself.
Listen to story time. That would be great.
I want to fall asleep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, then go away. Super simple.
No, let's
So,
talk about the gay parade. I'm done with you, Erica, and your
no, Patrimonio.
You got yourself into this,
history
man.
anyways.
You got yourself into this.
You asked me a question. I'm going to answer it. Okay. So, Keir Starmer has been generally quite unpopular with the British public because he didn't do what the left wanted him to do. He was instead trying to appeal to the right, and the right were never going to like him.
That is misinformation.
British people in the comments, and there's quite a few of you, I know there are. Can you tell me if I'm correct or incorrect that Starmer was trying to appeal
There was
to the
nobody
right?
more liberal than him.
That's a joke. Okay, cool. Tell me one of his liberal policies.
You cannot say that the guy was a conservative.
Tell me one of his liberal policies.
If you start muting me.
Tell me a liberal policy.
All right, so tell us, man.
He was against gas and oil. He did never prioritize the energy for you people. And that's not a conservative priority, right?
That's not a conservative priority.
So why was he doing it? Because he's a liberal.
Doing what? Was he closing down things?
Yeah, he did not want to open a pipeline that is very vital for the energy in your region.
Patrimonio,
and you know this. So stop saying that the guy.
Patrimonio, do you understand that Boris Johnson, our previous Conservative Prime Minister...
I'm not speaking about Boris Johnson.
Our previous Conservative Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, was an environmentalist. You understand that what is considered to be conservative in America is not the same as what's considered to be conservative in the UK?
Why are you starting to sound Italian? Your accent's starting to go Italian.
For some reason, when he comes into a room with me, he pretends to be Italian. It's weird.
Why?
Listen, let's go back to the gay parade because this guy is already gone. You lost.
No, we're talking about British politics.
Now we're going to put a conservative in place over there. Watch.
What do you mean we? Do you live there? Why say we?
Well, the same way Erica can come and criticize my president, we can also campaign for a good prime minister in England.
Who are you going to campaign for?
And I know my president will be in charge of that.
Okay, cool. Who are you going to campaign for, Patrimonio?
I don't know. Whoever my president picks for you now this time around.
That's not how that works.
No. Also,
my president was very influential of taking.
Patrimonio, you understand that our next general election is going to be after your next general election, right?
What I understand is my president was very influential of taking this guy out of office, so he's gonna.
No, he wasn't.
Be very influential on picking somebody that is worth it of that title.
Prove it. Oh, who's the next prime minister going to be then, Patrimonio?
I don't know. I have to consult with my MAGA people.
Okay.
He has to get his talking points. He has to get his talking points from them.
Except we know who the next prime minister is going to be.
Who is going to be?
He's called Andy Burnham, and he's an even further left member of the Labour Party.
Well, there you go. Then England is going to suck even more. More pots. More holes in your streets.
You're stuttering, Patrimonio.
More puddles.
Okay?
More puddles for Peppa Pig. To play.
Out of interest, Doug, do American roads have potholes in them?
A lot.
There's plenty of them in England.
A lot.
Oh, so
we have tons.
It sounds
we
like
don't have none of that here in Florida.
I live in Florida. We absolutely have potholes here. We absolutely have potholes.
Where? Don't lie to her.
I live in town. I can take pictures of potholes.
Okay, so send me one when you have a chance.
Okay, I'll send
I don't know where you live, but
I live in Tampa.
Miami, we don't go through that. We got beautiful expressways. What are you talking about?
There are other roads besides expressways, but also too, you got to consider the
maybe
weather,
the one
right?
in your house because you live in a farm. I will have to assume.
Okay. Anyways, so the weather here, like compared to northern states, the roads are going to inherently be better here because you don't have they don't ice the roads here or salt the roads rather because there's ice and stuff. So the roads are going to be better here compared to the north, but there's still absolutely potholes here for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's
just something.
the problem is that they don't get repaired over there. That's the complaint from the British people.
Patrimonio.
That is
We
the
don't
complaint
have.
from the British people, not me.
Yeah, but Patrimonio, they're not complaining about the equivalent to your expressways, which are called motorways. They're roads that you travel on at 70 miles an hour. They do not have potholes in them. They're talking about the equivalent roads to the ones that Doug is talking about.
I see bad things for Europe in the future. I mean, you guys are gonna catch a recession very soon.
Catch a recession?
If you're not in one right now, and it's all because your behavior, right? You want to go against the United States, so that's what you're gonna get.
What the fuck does that have to do with a recession, man?
Patrimonio doesn't. Is it a surprise to anyone that Patrimonio is just word salading? It's not a surprise
Well,
to me.
I say the truth. You the one lying to people over here, and you think anybody's going to believe you.
What did I lie about?
You lie about everything. You guys are made
Like
of
what?
misinformation.
Give an example of us lying.
You guys lie about every single subject because you
So
hate
give
the
one
president
example.
of the United States, so you have to lie.
So give one
would it
example.
be really easy to give us an example then, Patrimonio?
If we do it all the time, you must be
Well,
able
where
to
do
give
you
one
want me to
example.
start? You were
By
lying
one
saying
lie.
that Trump was never going to be president. Remember that?
That's not a lie, you dumb fuck. That's a prediction. Jesus Christ, you're stupid. That's not what a lie is. If I say this
How
thing is
about
going
when
to
you were
happen, no,
saying that
shut
he
up,
was a
shut the fuck
Russian
up.
agent?
If I say the Bulls are going to win the NBA championship, that's not a lie. That's just me having a shitty prediction. Like, come on, dude.
So how about when you were saying he was a Russian agent?
Well,
we don't
okay,
know
we can
that
talk.
he's not.
How about now you guys saying that he's a pedophile?
Patrimonio, was Donald Trump
How
Donald
about
Trump?
you people
Hold
saying
on, one at a time. One at a time. One at a time.
Patrimonio, was Donald Trump lying when he said he was going to end the Ukraine war before he became the president? Was that a lie?
He's going to avoid it.
No, he's not.
No,
he's trying.
No, he's not.
He's
No,
been
he's not.
trying to. He's been
but
trying.
he didn't
That's
say
not what he said.
would try. He didn't say he would try Patrimonio.
You know what that war is going on, right? Because of you people in Europe. Gassing up Zelensky.
Patrimonio. He said he would do it the day he got elected.
He said he could do it, but he was not able to do it.
No, he said he would do it. Okay, and he was wrong about that.
So did he lie then, Patrimonio, if he said he would do it and then he couldn't do it? Was that a lie?
Maybe a lie, yeah. Maybe he thought he was going to be able to do it from the get-go, but now it's taking a little more time.
Okay.
I can understand that.
What about when he said he was
But why
gonna
is it taking so long now?
What about when he said it?
Why is it taking so long, the war in Ukraine? Because of you guys in Europe, right?
No.
Sure.
Gaslighting Zelensky and telling him not to surrender.
No.
Yeah. Why would a country surrender that got invaded? Why the fuck would they surrender?
Because he's fighting. He's losing. He has lost millions some people already, and he's not going to win.
Russia.
He's not going to win. Especially now, the United States is not helping them anymore like they used to.
We are still funding them. We are still funding
them.
We are
not funding shit.
Patrimonio, we are, just because
they
Trump
have
doesn't
to
tell
buy everything
Patrimonio,
we give
Patrimonio,
them,
we are still Patrimonio, you are wrong. You don't know where to get your information from. Your information only comes from Trump. So when Trump told you, shut up. So when Trump told you that we were funding them during Biden, you of course believed it. Now, when he doesn't mention it, you think that we're not. We still are funding them. It's no different.
When was the last time we sent them money through Congress?
We've been doing it the entire time.
No, that's a lie.
Yes.
You have a computer in front of you. Show me.
Patrimonio, we've been doing it the entire time, Patrimonio.
No, you're not.
You want Eric? Well, I'm sure she's pulling up evidence.
Everything that we have gave them under this administration, they have to buy it from us.
No.
Yes.
She'll get evidence. I'm sure she's going ahead. I'm sure she's going ahead and getting it. She can show you it from Congress. But you're not going to believe it anyways.
Of course not. You guys are just made of fake news.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Here, Eric, if you can just
Yeah.
hold on.
You mute yourself.
I got it. No, I got it.
Yeah, Patrimonio. Congress is still appropriating money to Ukraine.
When was the last time?
I can't go look now because I was looking and
Oh,
Doug's
you
gone.
can go look now because it was
Why
a long time ago.
Why don't you go look? There you go. I'll mute you so you can go look.
It was a long time ago.
Anyway, guys, if you can tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things, we would really, really appreciate it. Go look, Patrimonio.
Listen, the bottom.
No, you're going to look.
Stop playing with my mic, lady. You're not even.
No, I will not. And I don't care if you leave.
You are such a loser.
I don't care if you leave.
Because you're a loser.
No, because I'm going to be honest. Every single argument I've ever heard from you is pathetic. All of them.
It's pathetic. You are pathetic.
Cool story. Anyway, that was enough of that silliness. Okay, let's see. Hi, Curry. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Hello, I'm 36. 36.
Okay, and do you have something against the LGBTQIA plus community?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, why is that?
I don't like that they stole all the colors. And I also have a question for the host when he gets back. But my main thing is that I don't like that they use the colors and say it represents them. And that kind of disregards all the other people that want to use, like, for instance, the rainbow, because then it'll have a brand with it and you can't really use it anymore. So it's kind of really selfish.
That's weird because there's a children's hospice near me which uses the rainbow and they seem to be perfectly fine with it. Are you saying that you don't like it because if you use the rainbow, you might be associated with the LGBTQIA plus community?
Yeah. And also, like, the pink and teal, like, that's a good combo. And, like, if I was to wear, like, a pink and teal, like, clothes, people would be like, yeah, that looks weird because that means trans. And I would be like, dang, I guess I can't wear this combo anymore because so many people will judge me.
Do you often wear pink and teal, Curry?
Yeah, I do. I love pink and teal. I love yellow. I love all the bright colors. That's normally what I wear is bright colors.
Well, you can still wear them. It sounds like this is a you problem.
I also have a question for the host if he ever comes back.
I'm sorry,
But
Curry.
I don't mind talking to you, though.
You don't like talking to me?
No, I don't mind talking to you. I like talking to you. You sound very nice.
I'm literally delightful. Radiant, name all the good things. I'm all of those things. But you don't want to use those words because you might be associated with me then, because I have taken those words over. So you can't use them anymore. And you don't want to be associated with me. So yeah, bad times. Out of interest, the people that you associate with, are they so familiar with the LGBTQIA plus flag that if you wear pink and teal, they're going to criticize you for it?
No, people I know wouldn't, but people in public would.
Why would they?
Because they'd be like, oh, I've seen that somewhere. And then they would be like, oh, yeah, that's the trans colors. And they'd be like, oh, this guy must be like an advocate for them, or he must, like them or something.
Why wouldn't you want people to think you're an advocate for them?
Because I disagree with it.
Okay, just so you know, have you shied away from like wearing black with blue then, because they're in the pride flag?
Where?
Well, the black is around the outside of the triangle, and the blue is between the green and the purple.
Yeah, I like the question, but say if I wore black and brown because they're together, it wouldn't really look like that because you don't really, your eye doesn't notice that too much as stand out when you're looking at it. It looks at the brighter colors.
It sounds like you've spent an awful lot of time considering this. Do you have a job?
Yeah, I'm eating lunch right now.
You're eating lunch at your job. It's weird that a person with a job would have so much time to consider what colours are next to each other in a flag and whether that might make people think that they were advocates for the trans community.
Well, I mean, I work with my hands, so I get to think all day while I'm just doing work.
Okay.
So I got a lot of thinking time.
You sound quite insecure.
That's fine. If you think that, then you're welcome to think that.
Okay. I think you're trolling, Curry. Have a lovely rest of your day.
No, I'm not. I got a question.
No, you don't. Anyway, guys, keep tapping the screen, keep sharing the live. If you haven't sent your daily heart meter, do it now. I'm not bullying you. I'm just politely requesting. Sometimes when you think, I just saw Paco's comment. I don't like the Triple K because they stole the color white, and I like wearing the color white. Yeah, that was like the argument. Weird. Hang on, let's wait for Douglas to put his. Where am I from? I'm from my house. Is where I'm from. Well, we had a guy called Curry Up who's very upset the LGBTQIA plus community for stealing the colours. And now doesn't want to wear. Yeah, now doesn't want to wear colours in case people think he's an advocate for the community. I asked him, would he be worried about like wearing black and blue together because they're in the flag? And he's like, yeah, but they're not next to each other. I don't know. Doug, move your head a minute I think you'll find the black and the blue are next to each other, like literally. So that was silly. Moustache, I never make predictions on sports, so I'm not gonna.
All right, guys, we're looking for opposition. Anybody that voted for Trump, please hit the request button. Anybody who's a friendly, please do drop. Friendly being anybody that. Why is it so humid in here? What the fuck is happening? Hey, guest, how you doing? It's so humid.
Oh my God, I am so sorry. I must have been tapping.
You're
sorry.
okay.
I voted for Kamala, by the way.
No worries,
I
Megan.
believe in an ally.
I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and bring you down. Take care, okay? I opened the door for, I don't know how long I was gone, not even 5 minutes, and now it's humid as shit in my room. Like, I feel sticky right now. It's disgusting. Curry, I don't think anybody I didn't even hear the conversation. I don't want you to come back up.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Fuck. The fuck?
Well, that was nice. So,
Jesus Christ.
Apologies from us to anyone wearing earbuds.
It is so humid in here. My phone is wet. Look at that. That's how humid it got in here from opening the door for 5 minutes. God damn it. God, I hate Florida so much.
Curry, nobody wants to hear your question. You're so insecure that you don't want to wear light blue and baby pink in case someone thinks you're an advocate for trans people. Like, come the fuck on.
Yeah, I mean, like, how weak do you have to be?
I thought straight men didn't want to wear baby pink anyway. Well, certainly conservative straight men.
Yeah, it's not really a thing that they would like so much. All right, guys, we are still looking for opposition, and I have, what is it, 3:45? I got 35 or so minutes left, just to give you all a heads up, okay?
Hang on, I know he specified teal, but that colour in the flag is not teal. That colour is baby blue or like sky blue. Teal is, I have a wall that is teal. It is not teal. We all know that most men don't know shades.
Yeah, well, that probably includes me. Michael, I used to live in the Phoenix area, actually. It's still hot as shit there. It may not be humid, but 100 plus degrees is still 100 plus degrees. Still hot. Humidity is like, yeah, the desk is literally wet right now. I had the door open for 5 fucking minutes. Ugh, God.
It was hot here today.
How hot are we talking?
I think it was like in the late 90s.
Yeah, well, that's pretty hot. That's especially hot for there, though, right?
It's been, well, we had a week of heat, then we had a week of delightfulness, and now we're having another week of like heat.
Hmm. What do you mean by delightfulness? How
Oh,
how
it
cool are we
was, I don't know what
talking?
it was in Fahrenheit, but it was like 25. It was,
Let's see. It's 25. It's 9 fists plus 32, so almost so double it a little bit more. So 50 plus 32 is 82. We'll say about 87, 85 to 87 or so, maybe.
it was just lovely. There was a nice breeze. It was delightful last week. This week it's hellish again.
Was my conversion right? Anybody want to check me? What was it? You said 25? Yeah, that would be like 85 to 87. Am I right-ish? Anybody?
77.
Please. What? No, it's 9.
77.
It's 9 fists plus 32. Right?
Well, my
Wait.
assistant said it's
Wait.
77.
Yeah, no, isn't it 9 fists plus 32? Unless I added a 10 for some reason. Right? That's the conversion, right? 9 fists plus 32?
I don't know what the conversion is.
Which would be, oh, wait, I did more than double. That's why I fucked up. Right, yeah. It would be like a little less than double plus 32. But even so. No, all right, yeah. All right.
But it
Yeah, I
was
did the math
lovely,
wrong.
and it wasn't humid at all last week. It was delightful. In fact, I'm going to go and put the aircon on in my bedroom in a minute, so that when I go to bed, it's not outrageously warm.
All right, let's get to the next one. We have another guest here. Yeah, instead of doing a little less than double plus 32, I did a little more than double plus 32. I fucked up there. Oh well. I should start calling it aircon. Guys, we are looking for opposition, okay? Anybody that voted for Trump, please hit the request button. A spot of sweat on the tennis athlete.
What temperature do you have your AC set to, Doug?
Right now, 19 Celsius. It's stuck on Celsius, so which I know is cool. Which I know is pretty cool. Yeah, but like, and I put it at 18 Celsius at night, which I think is like low 60s. But again, it's like it's just like it's not central AC again. It's like one of those like ACs that are like stuck on the wall.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck those are called. Not to mention, like, the door itself isn't like as sealed as it probably could be, so there is some heat and humidity that leaks in. So even though it's set at 18 Celsius, it's probably like lower 70s in the room.
I have my central heating set to 19 in the winter.
So it's 19. Yeah, so
yeah.
with that you have to have it a little bit cooler. Yeah, just because it doesn't seem to work as well as the other. Wait, no, you said central AC, right?
No, I don't have we don't have central AC. I have my heating set to 19 degrees Celsius in the winter.
Oh, okay.
66 apparently.
Yeah. All right, we have a guest. Oh, Ray accidentally requested there.
I'll tell you what, if you think Doug's aircon is noisy, you should hear mine.
Is it really that loud?
Hang on, let me go upstairs and turn it on.
Hey, person in the tube, you're actually really close to getting it correct. Like I said, gender is subjective and sex is objective, yet they want gender to override sex. Hard science always wins. Yet nobody wants sex to override gender. You have a fundamental misunderstanding.
Sex, yeah.
Or gender, yeah, you have a fundamental misunderstanding of it. But you were right in that gender is more so subjective, so, W on that, I guess.
Right, I'm just proving I have stairs by letting you hear me walk up them.
Thanks for proving it.
That's okay.
Yeah, Katrina, that's what I was thinking too when she said that. That's exactly what I thought. When you said Air Con, the movie Con Air.
Oh no, air conditioning.
Well, no, I know. I just that's what I just thought of when I heard you say it. Patrimonio is re-requesting. I don't think so, man. You're just not really worth talking to. I don't know why you want to talk so badly.
Because he loves hearing the sound of his own voice.
You feel like you would have a better voice if you liked hearing it so much.
There you go. That's
that
the
is
sound
loud.
of my air conditioning.
Yeah, no, that's definitely loud for sure. I bet your parents are proud. They are, actually. They are. I appreciate the kind words. I'm not sure why they wouldn't be. Afraid of opposition? Yeah, dude. That's exactly what it is. You got it.
Patrimonio's not opposition. He's a comedian.
I mean, if it was intentional, then sure, but I just don't think it's intentional.
See, the difference between Patrimonio talking on British politics and me talking on American politics is I have a clue about American politics. That's the difference.
Can't answer only homos? I don't know what that means. You gotta, make coherent comments there, man. But, hey, the kid, I invited you to come up. I don't know what the kid was saying in the comments there. I really don't know. Sometimes they really don't make a whole lot of sense, these people. At all. Well, no, I mean, we want to talk to people that are native to Patrimonio, and typically when we speak to a guest, we don't speak to them twice. You're not that important anyways, that we need to talk to you multiple times. Hi, Kylie, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. I just need to know your age first. How old are you?
18.
What was it? You
17.
said 18? Not old enough. I'm sorry, you gotta be 18. Wait one more year, or however more months it takes for you to be 18, and then we can talk. Most gay people I know voted for Trump. Yeah, that's not really making the point that you think it is. Yeah, most people you probably know voted for Trump. So if they happen to be gay, then yeah, they would vote for Trump. But that doesn't mean what you're trying to say. What you're trying to insinuate is that most gay people voted for Trump. But that wouldn't be factual, considering by the demographics, something I think it's 88, 89% of the LGBT plus community voted for Harris. So, yeah.
I love the way Patrimonio is saying that Starmer was the worst president and worst prime minister in history. He clearly doesn't remember Liz Truss, who lasted less than 2 months, who was a conservative, by the way, and is now grifting from Americans. She crashed our economy, Patrimonio, in less than a month in office. She crashed our economy. And yet Patrimonio thinks Keir Starmer is the worst prime minister we've ever had. That's wild. People have very short memories.
You're Euro trash, Erica.
Oh, well, come up and talk to us.
I gotta give it to them. Sometimes they have pretty funny insults, though. Like, they're not trying to be funny because, like, they're trying to be hurtful with it, but it comes across as very funny sometimes.
Well, the trouble is, the term Eurotrash has never really been. It's applied to like foppish kind of upper class British people, not people like me who are middle class. We're not Eurotrash. Eurotrash are the people that go kind of around, like they live their lives around these resorts in Europe, drinking champagne and you know. No, we're still we're not ex-Euro. We're still in Europe because Europe's a continent. We're just not in the EU anymore. But we're still part of the continent of Europe. But yeah, I don't think the kid understands what Eurotrash refers to be honest. Exactly. Eurotrash are like trust fund babies who don't have to get jobs and get to, you know, live their lives flitting from Monaco to Saint-Tropez, to Greece, to, you know.
Petromonio, you're speaking of the US. There's no real middle class in England. You're either halfway poor or rich. Yeah, that's us. Like, pretty much. Hey everyone, keep tapping and sharing if you voted for Trump. If you have an issue with the LGBT plus community, please hit the request button. I got 25 or so minutes left. You can call in on the tube as well. I have the phone number there in the comments. Okay, now the humidity finally going away and it's finally getting cooler in here. Okay, that wind is blowing too much. That's probably pretty loud on your guys' end, right?
Whatever you just did made it, couldn't hear it before, and then you did something and now we can hear it.
Oh, no shit, really? Wait.
Yeah.
So you're telling me it's not happening now?
Can't hear it now.
Get the fuck out of here. So I was doing the wrong thing the entire time? You cannot hear it now?
Can't hear it now.
But now you can.
Can hear it again now, yeah.
What I was doing, and it made sense in my head, I was like closing the little flap thing that opens up. I was closing it, thinking that would help it, that like the air wouldn't blow as hard. But I guess it was causing more noise. Well, would you look at that, guys? We fixed it. How about that? That's all I had to do the entire time. Now, I mean, I get it now. It makes sense now of why it was causing the noise. But in my head, it seems like it would work. But they were getting the wind, not the wind, but like the air. So like that's why I was thinking closing it would stop the air from going into the mic. So it shows how much I know, I guess. I never claimed to be the smartest, so. I don't think I would have blew myself up. I was just closing the thing. That was it. No, I mean the direction, I guess, but I thought it was preventing it from coming out because the flap doesn't have openings in it. Like the flap is like completely closed off. Anyways, guys, let's not harp on all of this. We fixed it. That's all that matters. I'll give you 2 minutes to explain to me why this community is not mentally ill. I don't know you shit, dude, but you can come on up and we can have the conversation, but I don't know you shit from you being in the conversations. The only way you're going to be getting a conversation from me is if you come on up. Other than that, you may be lucky to potentially get responses in the comments. You have the hiccups. That's like me, you know, I get hiccups a lot. Often I'm very prone to hiccups. Chris Hansen versus Predator. Thank you. That's an interesting name. Thank you for the $2 super chat. W. Chris. Why does the Brit Bong keep going off topic? See, they do have really funny insults.
What? Well, when the person who comes up brings up a topic, me talking about the topic that they bring up, which I knew he was going to bring up, by the way, is not really going off topic. It's responding to what he said. So if you want to get annoyed at him for going off topic, go ahead. But it wasn't me that proposed the topic. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right. Well, we did have a guest request. Remember, guys, we're looking for opposition. We still have time for a little bit more, so we'll just chill for a bit.
Patrimonio. The stamps in my passport say different, Patrimonio.
John, I think that you guys do, because every time I do this live stream, I have multiple Trump supporters flat out say they hate the LGBT plus community. The rest just say that they have a mental disorder or that they're disgusted by it, which, I mean, it's basically hatred. All right, Patrimonio, I'm very close to blocking you because you continuously keep requesting. It's starting to get annoying. See, I'm not in opposition, but I disagree with one tiny thing. What would that be, Dave? You're welcome to come up if you want. Thank you, Tabby. I appreciate you. What's that one tiny thing that you disagree with? Yes, we're all afraid of the truth. We're just all sitting here just quivering because of the truth. You're cool. And that's also another thing that we hear. The LGBT are cool. It's the rest that I hate. And you guys like pretend to care about every other letter. Yet you guys were the same ideology that continuously campaigned against gay people for decades and decades and decades. If you're a young person now and you say that you weren't, well, you would have been the same if you did back then, if you have the same conservative ideology. I don't agree with what you say, but I'll fight to the death. Well, all right, John, we all appreciate it. Patrimonio, I think we let people talk pretty openly, or as much as we can within TikTok's terms of service. Yeah, no, I know you said the word hijacked. I'm aware of what you said. I just think that you don't believe that means you have hatred, and I think that is.
He definitely has hatred. His screen name is Brother Templar. He doesn't. Having that screen name it can only mean that he has hatred towards certain groups of people, probably Muslims, and I would imagine other groups too.
You're telling me somebody on the right hates Muslims? No way. Conservatives never hate other people.
I know, and they never fearmonger that other people are going to do things, right?
Never. Never. You know, it's really funny, and I do find it to be funny, how, like, conservatives are sort of split on how they view Jewish people. Like, there's a good faction of conservatives that absolutely hate Jewish people. And then there's the other part of them that like seem to want to defend them very much so. And then like they wonder why people within their ideology hates Jewish people. Like maybe because you guys spend your entire fucking days hating other groups of people, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Like,
hang on, Brother Templar, what have the LGB gone through that the TQIA haven't gone through? Well, maybe the A might not have, but the TQ and the I have. So what have the LGB gone through that the TQ and the I haven't?
John, I've given you multiple opportunities to come on up. There's nothing I said that was a lie. There are people within the conservative ideology within the Republican Party that hate Jewish people. You know it, I know it, we all know it. You guys pretend to not know why the fuck that's the case. But if you wanna argue against what I'm saying, then just come on up. You're not gonna be able to refute what I'm saying in the fucking comments, now will you? What's up, Stormy? How are you? Okay, well, John, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you since you refuse to come on up like the wussy that you are. So, but John, you can have your voice be heard by everybody in here if you actually come on up. Other than that, you are muted. Maybe, just maybe you'll come up. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to be going on vacation starting on Friday. I'm going to be gone for like 9 or 10 days, so I should be able to go live like most days while I'm gone, at least for a little bit, but there's probably going to be a few days where I'm going to be off. Also, I'm going to be on the West Coast, so the time zone is going to be a little different. Right now I'm on the East Coast, if anybody doesn't know, but I'm going to be on the West Coast, so I don't even know what time I would be going live over there. It's probably going to be very random, so I'll let you guys know ahead of time in Discord and all that.
I'd just like everyone to know that from next Thursday, at approximately 3:30 p.m., I'm free for 6 weeks and a day.
Oh, nice! Your little summer break.
Yeah, I am. I'm going on vacation for a few days at the very beginning.
Where are you going to go?
I'll be on the East Coast of the United Kingdom.
I was going to say. Is that are there different time zones in?
No, we just have the one.
Yeah, one. Okay.
We just have one. Yeah.
I'm going to be visiting my dad and stepmom in Washington State. So that's where I will be going.
I'm going to be in Norfolk. Is where I'm going for a few days. I love the way that I love it when there's a little argument in the comments.
Hi, bye. I bet it's nice out there. It's going to be a hell of a lot nicer than it is in Florida, that's for sure.
Patrimonio, this idea, I love this idea that I haven't been to the United States. You carry on with that. In fact, I've been to where Doug lives. I've been to Tampa. I've been to Florida twice when I was
Didn't you
kid.
go to school? Didn't you go somewhere in Florida? Where did you go in Florida? Didn't you?
Not in Florida. Next.
Where was it?
A neighboring state.
Georgia?
Yeah, Georgia.
Well, that'd be, yeah, okay. When was that? How long ago?
1999.
Okay. The beaches are good here. I agree.
98 into 99.
What? Where was it again in Georgia? It was school,
Athens.
right? Didn't you go to school?
Athens, yeah, University of Georgia.
That's right. That is right.
Linny, Blakeney, which is on the North Norfolk coast. Patrimonio, who said I haven't been to the United States since 1999? Like, I love the way you hear one thing and then make up another thing in your head.
He is the king of straw manning every little fucking thing people say, though. Like, he is, like, top tier at it.
The last time I was in the United States was just before COVID. So it was the what was the year before COVID? 2019.
2019, yeah.
Yeah. October. For Halloween, I was in Vegas.
Oh, how was it?
It was good. I'd like to revisit. I came with a group of girls for my birthday. And you know when you're with a group of people and you have to do what the whole group wants to do, and
Yes.
it's not necessarily
Yes.
what you want to do, but what you're with a whole group.
Yeah.
So I would like to come again and to go to Vegas again and do the things that I wanted to do.
What would you like to do instead?
I just want to do all the real tourist shit. I want to go on the. Show me a picture of me in Vegas. Cool, sure. Give me a sec. It might take me a minute to find, because it was a while ago. Let me go through my camera roll. Hang on.
I did fix the fidget thingy, but I actually found it's actually very fun to keep playing around with the pieces of it. So it's pretty much what I've been doing the entire life. That's why I keep looking down. The entire time I just keep fidgeting with the fidget toy. All right, guys, I have 10 minutes left. If you don't already, follow me on TikTok, follow me on, or subscribe to me on the tube. I will not be live later today, so this will be it. But yes. Are we keeping an eye on the Charlie Kirk? No, I mean, whether I am or not, I still hear from it whether I want to or not. I mean, it's kind of hard to not hear from it being on social media, so. Am I going out of my way to hear about it? Not particularly. But I already saw like 2 or 3 posts about it yesterday against my will, so you know. Already too many fucking conspiracy theories. Too many. Tyler Robinson's girlfriend, which is a man, would testify against him. Well, it wouldn't be his girlfriend if it's a man. Those are contradicting. Pick one, man. if you're gonna say it's a man, then why are you calling the person her girlfriend? She's calling herself a woman, so then why are you calling her a man? Actually, I don't give a fuck about your opinion anymore. Goodbye. That's it. I had enough of you. There's a building actively falling down in Manhattan? Like slowly? Like slowly enough for you to make that comment? Hiccups while working out, yeah. I get like some bad hiccups like a couple times a year where it lasts for like 48 hours, so yeah, it can be pretty rough. Was this you in Vegas?
That's me in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, Grand Canyon, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we went on a helicopter ride into where it landed in the middle of the Grand Canyon. And we had lunch and then we got back on the helicopter. So yeah, will that do, Patrimonio? I mean, I can find you another one of me and my friends in Vegas if you'd like.
Oh, I muted him. I muted Patrimonio.
It was my birthday gift. The helicopter ride from my friends. They all clubbed together and one that I went with 3 friends. One of them, Sophie, she didn't fancy the helicopter ride, but the rest of us did. So yeah. Hang on. Let me see if I can find another. I need to put my glasses on.
What did she not like about the helicopter ride? Did it get her dizzy or sick?
Oh, can you still hear me while I'm looking through my camera roll? Can you still hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I can talk to you while I'm looking through my camera roll. She doesn't like heights, and she was like, she didn't want to spend the money and then not like it. So,
That's fair. That's fair.
And we got the limo from the hotel to the airport as well, which was nice.
I don't love heights either, but it depends on like what thing I'm in. Like, if I'm in a building, I don't really care a whole lot. Although it still feels a little scary looking down, but that I don't really care. But if I'm on like a roller coaster, which I do not like roller coasters, then yes, I really do not like heights at all. If I'm in like an open container, then I do not like heights.
Here you go. That's me outside the Golden Nugget, making a face.
Nice.
How many pictures of me in Vegas do you think he wants me to show?
I don't think there's ever going to be enough. So, I don't know.
I mean, I've done the Northeast as well. We hired like a minivan and I've been to New York a couple of times. But we did kind of the Northeast in a minivan for a couple of weeks. And then I haven't been to the East Coast ever. No, the West Coast ever. So I've never been to California or like anywhere over that side of the country. Well, I guess Vegas is over that side of the country, but it's not quite as far as the West Coast.
We just understand you're not entitled to a month. Okay, Kenny. Okay, Kenny. Nobody cares about your opinion. All right, guys. Well, I gotta be leaving in like a little less than 10 minutes, so I might as well wrap up the live. But appreciate everybody joining and hanging out today. It was a good live while we had some guests, and it was good hanging out, talking about random stuff afterwards. Anything you want to say, Erica?
Yeah, Kenny, I think you should get over yourself. That's all I have to say. Get a profile picture, Kenny. Get some content.
You're telling me a K is not enough? A K is not enough to...
Well, I mean, as lovely as a K on a blue background is, get a profile picture, Kenny. Why not? What's the harm? Anyway, fuck off, Doug.
Yeah, you too. All right, bye, Erica. All right, everybody. Appreciate you all watching. Appreciate the Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, gifts, likes, engagement, whatever. Again, if you don't follow me on TikTok. If you don't subscribe, subscribe to me on YouTube. I'll see you guys all at some point tomorrow. But I think it should be around the same time. Like I said, I've been going live around the same time or so every day. So should be around like 11 a.m. noonish Eastern time. So, but I will let you guys know Discord. If you want to know ahead of time, join Discord. Link is in the bio. If you're on TikTok and you don't want to join Discord, you can also join the bulletin board by clicking my profile in the top left. Hope everybody has a good rest of your day. Take care.